Hey. Oh, yeah, baby. We're here. We made it. Oh, God damn it. We made it. Oh, hell. Oh, my chest. My bloody chest. My outfit. Wow. That's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's a crazy way to do that. So
Yeah, that was nuts. Ladies and germs, welcome to the 100th episode of the Four Corners of Commentary. Stretch, may you please tell everybody what's going on?
100, 100, 100. 100 glorious episodes with these gentlemen, these learned colleagues that I call brothers, that I call family, talking about wrestling and everything else under the sun that we can get our eyes on. But before we talk about anything regarding the show, anything regarding our bond,
You want spotlight? You want the spotlight? I'll give you the
no, no,
spotlight.
no, I don't
Oh,
think so. I think this is adequate because I think everybody here shares our my sentiment
yeah,
here when I
true,
say
true.
this. You may be wondering why there's only three of us to start right now. So our colleague and brother QS uh, just recently lost. And far be it for me to share his business, but I just want to make an explanation for everybody who may be watching, wondering where he is, especially because this is a momentous occasion. He unfortunately lost his pet. So he's taking some time right now just to get his house in order, just to get some things in order and his emotions in check. I know he will be joining us as soon as possible.
mhm.
Obviously, our condolences and thoughts are with him right now. Because regardless of anybody who out there who's a pet owner or has any affinity for animals, there's a relationship and a bond between an owner and a pet. And while I have never had a pet, I may not be able to quite understand it as well as he is, but it is still losing like a member of the family. So please, by all
Basically.
means, have your thoughts and prayers and condolences to him when you see him, and just check on him if you happen to know him personally or have any type of relationship with him. Make sure you check on him, please, because it's not an easy circumstance. Grief comes in all types of different forms, and it's not an easy circumstance to deal with.
Amen.
And we even went back and forth on even starting this show because while we do have people waiting, and guests that will be on the show and everything, I know I speak for everybody here that his mental health is paramount in comparison to any of this stuff that we're going on. He's an
Absolutely.
integral
Right.
part of this podcast, so I would never want to feel like we're starting the show without him. We know he's here in spirit. He's always here with us. Regardless of anybody is here with us starting the show physically, but given the circumstances, he has some deeper business to attend to. So while we're doing the show, he is in our thoughts 100%.
For sure. Definitely. Thank you for the explanation, brother. You said it perfectly. So, Red RIP Max, and let's get to it. Hopefully, we'll see you soon, bro. 100. Oh, snap. It's crazy. Oh man, how do y'all feel? Like, let's just like jump into it. Like, how do you feel about
I feel like a number.
that? Jesus, why, why, why?
100. I have eat.
While you are talking,
Okay, there we go.
Inside
Hold on,
joke.
hold on, hold on.
what is
Um,
No,
I have it?
there we go. There we go.
Yes, I have eat.
sorry, y'all, inside joke. But no, seriously, guys, like we're at episode 100. That's big deal. You know what I mean? So, how do y'all feel? Like, what do you think?
Um, 100's a number, but time being invested in this and, trials and tribulations precede anything that's being done at any given time. We've made it to 100 episodes. Regardless to what, it is still a milestone.
Mm-hmm.
It is still a stepping stone, because even though we stop and smell the roses for a moment, it is still a stepping stone. So happy for 100. If we do things and keep doing things in a progressive and right way, progressing way, I should say, 200 may not be that far away. But that's taking time, that's taking devotion, that's taking, that's inclusion, that's creativity, that's time. And time is not, how can I say this? Time is not always promised, but we must cherish these moments. Just cherish the moment. Because couldn't some people don't make it to the 100, some people don't make it to 30, some people don't even make it past the first episode. So regardless to any personal feelings, 100's a big deal. And what's yours, guys?
Oh, my fault. It was on mute. I was trying to unclick the button. I couldn't get it. Look, man, I'm happy, yo. Like, what can I say? You know what I mean? Like that's not, that's a monumentous occasion. You know what I mean? Like, we have been through a lot, like straight up, like on a very personal level. And you're absolutely right. There are a lot of people that don't make it to even get to this point. So I'm excited that it is the four of us, and we did, no matter what, push on and keep going and keep it going. You know what I mean? Plus, look at all the stride that we made. You know what I mean? We had Darius Carter on the show. You know what I mean? That was stretches. Once he saw the All Father, he knew it had to happen. He had to.
I was once blind, but now I can see.
Sorry, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. It's been a while.
At Darius Carter.
No, continue.
Like I said, I was once blind, but now I can see, because the All Father has made a believer out of me.
Jesus.
Well, hope he's watching.
Well,
wherever he is.
Well, sitting on his throne, of course.
Look, hey, there's something I haven't told y'all that I actually waited for this episode to tell you.
Which is?
I went to Battle Club. Shout out to Battle Club. Thank you for everything that y'all have done for us. We appreciate you so much.
Yes, sir.
But so last show we went to, badass show, by the way. Shout out to both the women's and the men's shows, which was Women Crush Wednesday that I took Isabella to. She went to both, actually, and then Tiff came to the second one. But shout out to Tiff also. Thank you for everything, love. And
what she put?
reminded the All Father, hey, how you doing? Okay, did 4 corners of commentary. He was like, hey, great show. He's like, I had a lot of fun. I was like, yeah, we have to get you back. Talk some nerd stuff. He's like, yeah, for sure. So, Chris, that's all your show, of course. Well, most of it.
There you go.
Name, people should stand and applaud just at the mere mention of his name. The All Father, wrestling's richest prize, ladies and gentlemen. Not your run-of-the-mill heavyweight championship somewhere.
Oh no,
sir. Where's your podium?
This is wrestling's.
Gotta get the podium, man.
That Darius Carter.
Hilarious. Wait, hold on. First off, brother, look who has joined us. Look who is talking about gracing with his presence.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy QS.
What's up, brother?
Happy to be here, y'all.
Sorry for your love, brother. For your loss.
Happy 100. Happy 100. I don't. That's about it. What I miss?
Nah, nothing, man. We're just talking about the 100th episodes, man. There's a lot of
We're reminiscing
yeah.
on 100 episodes.
We've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about how we had Darius Carter on the show. You know what I mean? We got to sponsor Jobber Slam. You know, we got to meet a lot of wrestlers. We got to get real cool with
cool podcasts
with different people. You know, we had a lot of different discussions with different people. You know, look, man, 100 is something to be proud of. Excuse me. So, yeah, we're just talking about, you know, what 100 means.
So any moments specifically from anybody?
Oh, wait, time out real quick. Before we do anything, shall we do what we always do?
The intro?
I mean, we haven't done it yet.
You're right, we did it.
So, first off, I am your man, K Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's your boy QS.
Come on, man.
You gotta say something.
For the 100th? Come on.
Jeez.
Something.
He did say something.
Something works.
And it's me.
And as always, we are your Four Corners of Commentary. Bam! Episode.
Pardon the mic hit.
100.
Change it up a little bit.
100.
Benjamin Franklin.
Hey. Crystal said, "Congrats, fellas. This is quite an accomplishment. Not many make it to 100 episodes, and y'all did.
Well, thank you.
Lots of
Thank
alcohol.
you very much. Shit, I need something right now.
But moments. What moments?
Yes, moments.
What moments stand out to you?
Oh, I got one. The first time I think we did the Battle Club review.
Same.
Our first Battle Club show, and like we did the show afterwards. You know,
Mhm.
and I think that was the first time we got to collaborate. I think it was with Top Rope Squishy.
Yes.
So I remember saying to you guys, I was like, dude, we should probably, we totally should reach out and get her on, because I like to just YouTube surfing one day and just found her channel, and I was like, oh, she's really cool. Like, we probably should get her on the show one day.
Right.
And it happenstance, we happened to meet this person at Battle Club Pro, so that was super dope. Like, it was really cool. Happy to do that show, and like meeting everybody from like Battle Club, from like the owner to you know from HR, works with Jobber Tears, So it's been super. It's been a long, strange trip, but it's been worth it. It's been absolutely fun doing these shows, and especially like doing the Battle Club shows and everything, and getting to mingle with wrestlers and stuff like that. So it's been really cool. That's like my favorite moment.
Dope.
I was going to say the first time we went to Pirate Studios. I think that was dope as a collective to just actually be in studio and have that, that gathering. And, I do hope at some point we are able to, actually do some studio time.
No.
Again, sometime. I don't know. But
I mean, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I would say I have a couple moments. I think one of my favorite moments would be, Battle Club. The first Battle Club is always going to be memorable. But I think another cool moment was being able to network and go to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Naturally, it wasn't with all four of us, but even just with three of us. It was still good, because it was still a good moment. It was still a great moment to meet a couple people, meet a lot of folks that apparently that were somewhat familiar with the show, and did like a impromptu promo at the last minute, but it was still fun. It was just it was a good feel good moment, and I think Oh, of course, obviously, the Darius Carter interview is always going to stand out because that's our like actual like biggest interview ever. Then I don't know if anything's going to top that for this year. But it was still a good feel good moment to even get that done, to get that out the way.
The hell.
Good old All Father.
What just happened? Me moments, man. I think what stands out, honestly, is the first year anniversary show. That show means a lot. I think to this pod, um, it means a lot to me. And just the guests we had on, the laughs, the moments. Um, I think honestly, just the like really fun debating too. Just the going back and forth sometimes is just, you know, it's fun. You know what I mean? It just makes it worth it. You know, so this whole look, man, my favorite moment is this whole podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, whatever. But but yeah, man, it means a lot. So definitely, man. So I'm proud. Uh, man, is there any? Hmm. So we always talk about, what's our favorite episode. Not that we're going to do our least favorite because who knows. But but how can I put this? Here, you know what? Let's narrow it down to a category, right? Which one of our shooting the shit episodes stands out to you?
Um. Oh, I think the one that stands out the most would probably be. I would say it only stands out because we were all together, and that was when we were all just playing 2K22.
Mm,
That's the one I guess that stands out the most because it only stands out the most because of like everyone's interaction. That's what made it
hmm
funny. But other than that, I wouldn't say that they really the other shooting the shit episodes. It was more like we would just it was always just another one where we were just talking about we always somehow delve into another like rabbit hole of just talking about Dragon Ball Z as always. It's just like it's
No sayings about all this.
yeah, it's just like it always goes into that. So, but I would say like maybe the one that was just the funniest one was probably just when we were all together and just playing 2K22, trying and just seeing our initial reactions playing it. It was just like, all right, so that was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me it's the same thing. Like it's just everything that happened in that episode was funny as hell. Honestly, just us playing Quibbage too, and or you don't know Jack or all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like all of that's wait, it's this way, right? Yeah, right? No? Yeah. Okay. Slip it?
Yeah.
It's a Z.
I'm confused. Um, but but uh but yeah, man, like I think honestly the episodes that stand out the most are the episodes that we're together, and circumstance has had us to do it like this for quite some time. You know what I mean? But but the funniest ones is where we can get like our that reaction. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like even us getting together to go to the office space, like that stands out.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
those are fun.
Like that was the very first time we like all got together for an episode.
hmm In the
So
midst of the vid.
word.
That was in the midst of the pandemic. Damn.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it was
Frank
doing
Carl
better
like
at that point,
myself.
I think.
How many episodes did we do that day?
3, and then we tried to play the spy game.
Spyfall. Oh,
Yeah.
geez, that was
Yeah,
Yo, that was hilarious.
I'll never
man.
forget. It was funny about that episode. I'll never forget this. We play in Spyfall, right? And for those who've never played Spyfall, you're given a location and one person who is labeled the spy. You can only ask questions about the location. They can't be non-open-ended questions, right? So you have to ask a question that's not a yes or a no. And one person does not know the location. They have to, everybody's asked questions. They have to figure out if you're the spy, what the location is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll never forget this. I was the spy, and location was cemetery, obviously because Stryker here says, my grandmother is buried here. And I'm like, how the fuck could I not figure that? I'm going in my head, like, she's for real? Like,
I forgot about that.
Wow. Like, I thought about that the other day, and I'm like, you serious? What are you saying?
That's crazy. I completely forgot about that.
I was like, gee, I don't know. Maybe it's a cemetery.
Wow. That's hilarious.
Yep, that
True
was
story, folks.
Crazy time.
True story, for real.
I don't know if that clip ever made the light of day, but
It just might. Give me a minute.
Do you still have that? It's funny.
You're lucky. It's on a hard drive, and I don't have it right now.
No,
You're very lucky, because I was gonna upload that real quick. Yo, it was because it was just so nonchalant, like natural.
yep, very, very casually.
There's no other way to
That's
describe
my
it.
usual dry-witted, monotoned humor.
Yeah, man. It was so funny, bro. So fucking funny.
But yeah, 100 episodes. Wow.
Yo, bro, it's crazy.
What
That's
else?
fucking nuts.
We've
There's a lot. Honestly, look, let's think about it, right? There's like a oh wait, hold on. I forgot. Oh, what's this? Bam!
You're
Oh, Mr.
Gentlemen,
Black's in
what's
the
going on?
building.
Mr.
Oh,
Black.
man.
Hey.
Oh man, this is a first. Like we got
Yeah, baby.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, brother? What's going on?
What's good, Black?
I'm good.
It's
everybody.
the most controversial ref in the history of
Oh,
wrest-ling.
Wait. That will come up, and there is much
Nick
backstory
Patrick
to
has
tell.
nothing on you.
Oh,
He's a wanted man, and he understands why.
No, he's not wanted. He's not wanted.
I mean,
No,
like,
oh, no,
I mean, like,
you don't
I
know.
got-
You
I'd
don't
be
get
like,
it.
I ain't shit because I actually got a picture of me screwing Simon Miller. You see it?
Yeah.
That
Yup.
you should.
Well,
Yeah, you
You
do.
screwed.
There it
You
is.
did-
Smoking
Nah,
gun.
Simon
ready
Miller-
to go.
Simon Miller screwed himself. You did your
Yep.
job. That's all that matters.
he received his up and his down in the same match.
Smoking gun.
Exactly. So,
All right.
I had friends.
Listen, look,
He
hold
did
on.
it to himself.
He did it to himself. He said, "Say it to my face." No. All right. So listen. Here's the thing, right? Let me tell you a little backstory real quick. This man being a crooked ref when there are certain people inside the squared circle. When he first did it, I felt some kind of way, but I was like, you know what? I get it. I was like, all right, cool. The second time, I was like, oh, he's really going into this. Okay, so let's keep going. But, if you know him, his personality is out there anyway, and, it fits. It fits. It works.
Yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
does, It does.
It does.
It
But
definitely
ever
does.
since-
I mean, go ahead. Ever since when?
No. I was just going to say, ever since the first time he screwed over people from Prolific on his very first gig,
Well,
to which
someone
I
has
was there.
to
I
do the
seen
dirty
it.
deed. Someone has
listen,
to do the dirty
You know,
deed, right?
you know who can't stand this man right now? My daughter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Every single time she sees him, she dead walks up to him, no fear, zero fear, and says, I still haven't forgiven you.
Nope. To this day.
To this day.
To this day.
Like, but listen, man, listen, let me tell you something. She's actually watching right now and she's excited. I actually told her you was on the show. She's the only one that knows. Um, so first off, thank you for being on the show, bro.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Um,
No problem.
I was a little behind on the typing and shit, so I'll get your stuff up in a sec.
Thank
But
you for being an exemplary referee.
no, he's honestly great at what he does.
Thank you.
Let's be honest. Let's give this man a proper introduction. First off, excuse me. This man is the third member of a podcast that all four of us are so thankful for, and I've said that to your podcast mates. Java teams killing the game in
Thank you.
every which way possible.
Thank you. Thank you.
This man refereeing skills is truly up there, could be up there with the greats. I'm
Thank
putting
you.
my money on it right now.
Thank you.
This man, his energy is infectious. Girls like him. Guys want to be him. It's crazy. Mr. Black, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
I don't have my
Thank you,
thing set
Kyle.
up, so I can't give you the
It's all
applause,
good,
but-
brother, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's all good, brother, man. I like these pause, man. Again, thank you for having me here.
No, not me. You get the spot.
Oh,
Go ahead.
thank you guys for having me here. What can I say? Like, wrestling is something I knew ever since I was very young and everything like that. Shout out to Tiffany. Sometimes. I mean, listen, I just put my energy forth into anything. Like, I just like refereeing, and I always feel like there's not enough us in it
Right.
per se. It's just like it's such a, as far as black characters in wrestling, it's very monolithic. One straight line, everything like that. I be looking at a lot of you, I'm looking like, man, no, some diverse black people and diverse people of color. So I always put my flavor into it because my stamp, my thing is whatever you do the best to it. If they give you a gimmick where you gotta kiss them up, you do the best kissing them up ever because that could lead to other things. I learned that from actors. Like, I don't come out, they'll tell me that, yeah, I got a gig because I was in a small Tubi movie. They saw me on Tubi, I killed it, and now it leads to other bigger roles. I mean, I love podcasting, I love wrestling, and I'm just trying to be me, man. Again, gentlemen, thank you for having me, man. This is like, I was really looking forward to this all day. I gotta be on a wrestling podcast. And I was like, why not, man? Why not, man? So, what we talk about today, gentlemen?
Man, listen, honestly, right now, there's way too much going on in the wrestling industry.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. Let's be honest. I don't know, man. In actual wrestling news, let's see. So we know Io Sky is going to challenge for the Raw Women's title. That will be at, oh God, I'm mad I forgot the pay-per-view.
Backlash.
Backlash, thank you.
Backlash, yeah. Backlash.
So that would be a Backlash.
Mm-hmm.
So, gentlemen, instead of asking who's going to win, I'll ask this. Do you think that, now granted, we know that Io Sky is extremely talented, way more than what she's been able to like really show on the main roster,
Mm-hmm.
right? Would it be believable if Io Sky beats Bianca?
I think it always would be believable. It's believable for anyone to go against Bianca for them to beat her, just like because she's gone against every opponent she's had is very skilled. Like you've seen it down the line. You know, it was believable. I mean, you don't want to bring Asuka up, but when she went against Asuka at WrestleMania, even if the build was lacking, the match itself, it was believable that she could have won.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be the same way. Like it's still going to be believable. Io Sky can beat Bianca, but it's just a matter of, well, will it happen? That's just that's going to be up in the air. We just have to wait and see for that. I don't like. I think for the most part, I think it could, once again, this is a match. It could just go either way. It can go either way. If Bianca wins, the reign continues. It's even more beautiful. Nothing to scoff at it. But if Io Sky wins, that's even more beautiful. And honestly, that would be. I wouldn't even say that's a win for Damage Control. That's really just a win for her. That's a win for Io Sky in general.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well said.
I kind of feel like she's not gonna lose it personally because she hasn't reached 1,000 mark as champion, and due to this merger, it looks good on paper. You know, I mean, not like a black woman. Let me start saying woman of color. A black woman as a 1,000 rank champion, new company and stuff like that. Like it looks good. You know, nice PR and everything like that.
Right.
So do I see her eventually losing after that she made 1,000 reign? Yes. Because what is next for Bianca? Like, there's literally like a glass ceiling, like, and again, it's not to her. I feel like the women's writing in general outside of Impact is trash. Like, so, like, it's not them. So I just feel like once she reaches 1,000 reign, I feel like she would try to branch off to other things, such as like she probably might take a break. Her TV show's coming up. That's a great storyline. I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
so,
I just remember too.
So once she reaches 1,000 days, it makes great television, and then she loses it, and then the whole arc of her, like, you know, go through depression and
down.
Come on, man. Great television. So I believe that she's not gonna lose it, but who is she gonna lose it to? I don't know, because every week Vince is always changing up shit. But Bianca's not losing it this time around, but soon, eventually, yeah.
Stretch. And we're gonna have to each talk about this because I don't think any of us has been able to really say anything. So that new title, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Stretch. I wanted to start with you because I know you, and I know how you feel about certain type of looks. Right? You are a classic, man. You know what I mean? So with that being said,
if only I had an orange peel and some scotch right now.
Right? I'm telling you.
You know, oddly enough, I'll say this: I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's like smack dab in the middle for me. Much like the logo that they decided to put on the big gold belt.
Yeah.
You know, that's the part that kind of runs through me a little bit, but I also understand why they do things like that.
Right.
You know, do I like it from a wrestling fan's perspective of like, oh, let's have the championship belt or whatever a championship belt should aspire to have a look? Possibly not, right? It's not necessarily my cup of tea to have like a big logo directly smack dab in the middle of it. But I also get why they do it. It's marketing, number one. Number two, they're also trying to sell toys to kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like that's the biggest.
And replicas to adults.
Yeah, they're trying to sell replica belts.
Even if it's ugly.
Yeah, they're trying to sell toys to kids. So it's like I can easily see that like in the Toys R Us or something like, well, you know, they don't have Toys R Us, like how we knew it rather. But you know, I could easily see some kid on WWE Shop looking at that and going like, man, that looks really cool. I want something like that. So it's like, I mean, if it's one of those titles where it's like, oh man, I can't believe they did that. Like, go look at some old Nitros and look at the big gold belt. I don't know what to tell you. You know, if you like a classic title, go watch the NWA. You know, this isn't necessarily a classic title, but it's a classic title. WWE Twitch. So everybody should have known something like that was coming.
Right.
So I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'll say like if I had to give it a grade, it's like a solid B. It's not an ugly title, I don't think, but it's just like that logo is like you can't help but get that.
Well, I mean, the logo's there. It's because of branding. I think that's what we all know about it. But it's like it has to grow on you. It's not. I think essentially it's a pretty looking title. It's pretty. If you look past the big W in the middle, it's It's pretty good. It's pretty good looking belt compared to the other belts that they got. It's a step in the right direction. It's like, all right, it ain't like we can't sit here and like say we like it, but we don't hate it. We don't hate it, but we don't like it. Give it a B. And you have like the tag team titles literally looking here like actual like nickels and dimes. It's you gotta take what you got. Take
nickels and pennies, actually, if we going by that ugly old stuff.
Before we continue with the title, I have another guest on board already. Ooh. He's been here before. He's a brother of the community. My brother, community. Mr. Rodney Harris.
Oh, my nigga, Rodney Harris. Oh my God.
What's going on, Rod?
So
Mr. Black, how are you, sir?
What's up, brother, man? My Haitian brother. Everything's good, brother.
Doing good, man.
Thank you.
Okay.
So listen, so I did this very strategically as now some people don't know. Black used to watch Rod's show. You know, he was a fan. So I know some stories. Rod and I, you know, I promoted. We got our show going on, and there's that little connection. So I did that for the guys. I did that for y'all. But we talk about that belt. We talk about that heavyweight title, the world heavyweight title.
Okay.
The medium gold.
The medium gold.
All right.
The medium gold. I'm weak.
All right.
But
so Rod, you came in. What do you think about it?
I have to say I agree with Stretch. I don't love it. I'm not jumping out the window for it, but I don't hate it. It's okay. It's an okay belt. It's something I'm gonna have to obviously get used to, just like everybody else is. It's here to stay. It's not going nowhere.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So hey, we gotta just accept what it is and see what they do with it. Now, if it comes a bunch of nothing in like 6 months to a year, then guess what?
Merge. Merge it again.
Yep. Going on clearance and the kids are gonna love it. But if it turns out to be something big and they can use it and elevate, why not? Let's take an opportunity while they can.
Well, hopefully it's not the final design. I mean,
very true.
They are showing it off a lot, but it may not be the final design. So
they already They already got it on shop.
Yeah, it's
how is that not the final design?
I mean, in a sense, maybe they can. I won't say change the color necessarily, but maybe they'll have like the WWE logo blend a little more. Because like really right now it's like literally the circle, then the black logo, and it's standing out. So I feel like maybe when they actually do award the belt, it might resemble more so like a blending of the logo into it. And I think that's what makes it really ugly to me. And I'm not saying it's an ugly title per se, but that's the portion that makes it ugly to me.
Yeah, you can't don't call it an ugly title because you were clamoring for it when it first got revealed. Like, let's not do that.
I was happy that they made the title.
Nah. We gonna call it for what it is. You was clamoring for it just like everybody else. Let's not do that. It's all about change and it's about evolution. It's big gold, but big gold obviously got an evolution. There's nothing more to it. You gotta just leave. You gotta keep it buck. You gonna keep it buck? Keep it buck and keep it on the table.
Yeah, listen, man. Look, let's view it and let's call it a buck, right? So it's always been Triple H's favorite belt. The big gold has always been that belt for him. So it's only right that if he's gonna bring back a title and dub it the world heavyweight title, it's going to respect the past while looking towards the future.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's how I view it. I don't think it's an ugly belt at all. You know, I've seen pictures of it with a shine. Like, I think the shine on the
shine might be
kind of ruined a lot of it.
But that's why I was saying like the circle was really like prominent.
The logo. Absolutely. But there's two tigers on the side. There's a tiger mane on the bottom. There's an eagle up top. Like there's what's the word I'm looking for? There's like
detail.
There's
a zoo on it.
Yes, but it's like there's more to it than what they saw on Raw. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's one of those things where I feel like you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Like give it a second, let it be in different views, and then like really judge it. Like don't, because it didn't look, because I had rewatched Raw. and I was like, there was something that shine. There's something about that shine, and you can't tell the details. You know what I mean? It seems like they respected certain titles. So, you know, the UK title isn't here anymore, but that title was beautiful and it had the two lions. So yeah, it has the two lions, and that also respects something or that or that excuse me, I'm like jumbling my words. It the different animals, but they're all like animals of strength and power, and you can look back to the old titles. Like there's history in that shape. There's history in the detail. Like nobody views it that way yet. So mark my words. But yeah.
I was gonna say that I got two things. Is y'all right? It might be a redesign because that's how it was for the WWE Championship. Because when The Rock first had it, until now, it's totally different. You know, it's not the biggest difference because at first it takes you a while to notice that. Oh shoot, they did change the championship. So that is very possible where within the first year they could change it, whatever. Because either way, that they still gonna sell merch.
Right.
Second, I agree with you, Kyle, because this is one of those titles where I got to see it in person first. Because what I've seen so far is more like, all right, it's cool, but let me see it in person. Like the North American title. When I first saw it, I was looking like,
yeah,
this shit is whack. But then when I saw it in person, somebody came to the bar with the title. I said, okay, all right. I see why they like it. You understand? Yeah. And even with the John Cena WWE Championship, I hated that design. But when I saw it in person, I go like, it makes sense for the time.
Right.
Because during that time, it was all about bling bling. We was all about wearing the biggest chains and stuff like that. So that championship fit the time. So now with this new world title, it fits the time because we all about we're in the era of remakes. You understand? Reimagining, a different, like all of this. So it's perfect. It's perfect. So my biggest thing is it's never the competitors, it's never the title, it's always the storylines behind it. What are you gonna do to make me tune in every single week? So I'm happy that it's not a title, but what are you gonna do with the other titles? The US title, the IC title, with the value devalue it at this point. So that's my only concern. But other than that, man, listen. Listen. There's a chance that more Black people could be champion. There's a chance that more Spanish people could be champion. Muslim people, all of this. I'm for this. And I can see that championship, somebody going to UFC, chilling there and stuff like that. I can see it. You never know. That could be a tie that Montel Ford win it. And if he wins it, come on.
Yeah. So that'd be dangerous.
I'm happy for the possibility. But I don't have the most confident because Vince is still around.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. Man, look. Sorry, couldn't mute. But I'm excited to see what's next. You know, with the Finn and Seth promo, that was a tease, obviously a nod to the Universal title, and you know, I wouldn't be mad to see Finn win it, but you know, obviously Seth is the one in the pack, in the head of the pack, the lead.
We don't know yet.
Well, that's the word on the street.
I mean that is the rightful person personally that I think should get it. But
listen, man,
we might have, it might really be the workhorse title again. It's gonna be that workhorse title.
I mean, if
strong belief.
I mean, it does seem like it's a strong belief, since if they're keeping the belts on Roman for a good period of time, and obviously with Roman's schedule, you know, everybody used to complain about him being the main champion, but he's never at work. So it's just like we need in order for you to push the program, you want to push WWE, push the product, you need an actual fighting champion on a show to work. So I think this was a really good solution. It's just, hey, bring back Big Gold. If they're going to keep that undisputed Universal Championship, it's just the actual WWE title, cool, keep it over there, but keep it on a separate show. But keep this one here's like it'll make up for all the lost time. It'll make up for it. And you just gotta we just have to just trust the process. Trust the process. Right. Let's see how it plays out.
Right.
And I think it gives them more options too.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Dang.
We lost you, bro. We lost you. We'll get Rod soon. Wait.
Dang, he was cooking.
You hear me?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power Rangers where Green Ranger like messed up the controls and Zordon just like
I'll fix
Teased out.
Rodney would be the Zordon. This makes sense.
No.
I'm in sector 298. No, just to pick up where he was saying, it does give them a lot more options because they could go with an established star, they can make a star.
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable's a guy who easily I think can go to a championship status. Personally, I think the guy that's going to win it probably be Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I think Rollins would be the guy to win it. Another guy,
I agree.
Another guy I think that nobody should sleep on, especially if Triple H is the guy like at the helm of creative, Shinsuke Nakamura. That's another guy that nobody should be sleeping on, I think. Especially with like his big like reappearance in the WWE. They really made him like presented him like a star, right? Like the whole 9 yards with the entrance, the new gear and everything. Another guy I think who could use the shot in the arm. I don't know if the championship would enhance him, but it definitely I think would make him feel more important. Karrion Kross is another guy. I think
absolutely.
He would feel way more important.
Yeah, it could work.
He's been to me like Kross.
He's the man. I don't care what anybody says.
Polarizing with a lot of the guys that have come back, but he's felt like the biggest to me missed opportunity. Like he doesn't really feel nearly as big. It's like when they had him dress up as like Demolition Dumbass for like a month.
Vince fucked that. Vince fucked him up, man. Let's just call it what it is.
I remember saying to myself, like, okay, they tried to give him something. Maybe they were on to something because he doesn't feel like a big deal. He feels overshadowed since he's come back, really, right? He hasn't really stood out. So this is like truly an opportunity, I think, for a lot of guys to stand out, right? Like we keep rattling names off of guys that could really make an impact, like for whatever they'll do, right? Like I think the big rumor is that they have what he said is like they're gonna have like a tournament of some sort. They really should make this a big deal. Like have a huge tournament to do this. Like I mean
16 man
like
or 32
starting
man.
Monday.
I would do even bigger than that, like 32. Like get all the shows involved.
Yeah, get everybody involved in this.
Make this really big.
Shit, put some NXT stars in there. Shit.
I agree.
Tournament matches on
absolutely.
Fucking main event if you have to. Make it feel big. Like make this like this is a WWE tournament.
So where do you think it should end?
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions.
If they really wanted to, if they started this now and say like, okay, after the draft, here's our brackets, start rattling off tournament matches.
Yep.
With the amount of wrestling that they do on the shows now, given Vince McMahon doesn't keep his mitts into like remotely over Zoom, change any scripts or anything. With the amount of matches they do, they can easily rattle off some tournament matches during Raw. Like they have quick matches on Raw anyway. You could do like 3-4 single matches a night that are like less than 7 minutes, and boom, you have yourself a tournament that way. The longer the tournament goes on, once you get to like quarterfinal, first round, second round, quarterfinals, semifinals, the longer the matches should be. Make them feel more important. I think they could really have an opportunity, given the talent level that they have and the depth of the talent that they have. If they let them wrestle during a tournament, they could really showcase a lot of talent, and a lot of talent could get elevated that way.
Yep, absolutely.
I agree.
So let's jump off a different topic. Let's switch to a different brand. Let's go to MLW for a second.
Okay.
So
Alex King.
If you follow MLW, Alex Kane has won the Battle Riot tournament or Battle Royal, and this man has an opportunity at Hammerstone for the World Heavyweight title or the. Listen, man, I'm excited. I'm so happy for him. I had the pleasure to edit his episode for Professor Sloan for the pay window. Shout out to them. So that he's a real good dude. Can't wait to see can't wait to see what's best for him. Also, shout out to Rufus Lala and Isaiah Wolf. Jay Bougie was there. O'Shea, my guy O'Shea, big O'Shea Edwards. Uh, man, I'm just so excited for them and excited to see what's going to go on. It's going to be a hell of a match. I know that much. It's going to be a hell of a match. Black, I know you saw it. How do you feel?
Oh, this is what the Hurt Business was supposed to be. You understand? Having all like everybody who black, but they're just not black, just be black, like different shades of blackness. And a lot of people in the stable, I know them. Like when I say shady words, you know, Lala, Isaiah Wolf, of course, Myron Reed, Bougie.
Seems like yesterday, O'Shea Edwards threatened to kill you, and
of course, of course, like
so at that Power Club Pro show that we went to.
That was great. That was great.
Listen,
that was awesome.
Listen, that taught me the art of storytelling 101. To this day, I always meet him, I always make jokes like, yo, that was the best thing ever. Like, because of that, Yaya got to the next level. That's a whole other stuff for another day. But Alex Kane, I always tell him, I told him when I was interviewing, I told him that, yo, you're next up. He got the whole package, meaning that I don't look at the in-ring. I also look at how you're outside the ring. Me and great character, super chill, super giving back to the business. He's on TikTok making straight up good dude. And the fact that he made a crew, Boombaye, like the fact, like he made that just for him. Like he all different characters throughout the indies. You see Sugar D. I'm rooting for this man. Like I want this man to do good at MLW because West Ham is good, but Alex Kane taking the belt will put the company in a different direction for the good. Because I want to see what he's gonna do when he has the top championship. Because he's been doing well, so now give him the ball. I hope they don't screw him over and he loses it, but this is his time. This is his time.
Yep, absolutely. Stretch. You watch MLW. You know Alex Kane. You know his skill and his talent. Do you think it might be time for Alex Kane to take over MLW?
I got mixed feelings about it. I think that, number one, the one thing that I really appreciate about MLW, if any of you guys are familiar with world-class championship wrestling, they pull a lot of inspiration from world-class. Like, even, and that's just like like for me being like an old school fan and like watching the Von Erichs and seeing like Marshall and Ross Von Erich compete in MLW. So it comes full circle, really. And even like the stuff at like Contra Unit and stuff. And I always love seeing MLW. Do I think he's ready to dethrone Hammerstone? It's like a Bianca Belair situation in the fact like everybody in MLW is believable, I think. They have a lot of believable contenders for like Hammerstone. Because even outside of like Alex Kane, guys like Calvin Tankman, very believable performer. I love watching Calvin Tankman work. You know, they have a lot of guys there that could be like, you know, the 1A to like Hammerstone's 1 right now. Do I think he's ready? Absolutely. As far as like being able to carry like the MLW brand, I absolutely think he's ready. But Hammerstone at this point is like built to the point where like, do they take the risk of taking the title off of him right now? Like it's like they could do it and I can buy it, but hindsight is always 20/20. To where it's like if they take this title off of him, because Hammerstone's been pretty red hot for a while. So it's like he was, even when he was in the dynasty with like Richard Holiday and MJF. He was like the guy everybody was looking at, like it looks like he's etched out of fucking marble, for God's sake, right? Like yes, there's an amazing look, right? He's like a white Bobby Lashley.
Pretty much.
White Lashley.
Pretty much.
You know, so do you take the title off of a performer like that? I think Kane could do it. I don't know if they'll pull the trigger.
That's the problem.
Damn. You know what? Let's jump back to WWE for a second. Q. So obviously there's this whole stipulation where wherever Roman is drafted, that the opposite places where the WWE World Heavyweight title will go.
Mhm.
Now, I have an assumption that it's only right that Cody continues to chase um to chase Roman, because that's essentially the white whale right now of the WWE. So, and that's what he wants his legacy to be. Um, what brand do you think would be the smarter brand to put the two of them on?
Oh, just put them on SmackDown. I think it would make sense to keep him on to keep Roman on SmackDown. Like I said, anytime Roman's on SmackDown, obviously the ratings are going to go up even more.
Right.
The ratings are always going to be the ratings for SmackDown are always going to be up regardless. But when Roman's on, it gets a little boost. I think with Cody over there, you already see that Cody is still over. Cody's still a megastar, even him just after losing at WrestleMania. He's still mega hot. He's still white hot. They still love him.
Right.
I think it would make sense. I think like I said, it would just continue the story of him going through the whole adversity going. Basically, I feel like he's going through the adversity of going through. He probably has to go through all of Roman's toughest opponents in order to get to him. And I think this will probably culminate. I think even once Roman reaches past 1,000 days and he reaches that 1,000-day mark, I think that's when ultimately Roman's gonna probably drop the belts to Cody after at SummerSlam. This is just me, just my assumption. I think that's where they're going with this. And let's say if Seth ends up winning the big gold belt, this could go further down the line. You never know. Like maybe they'll go back to the whole Survivor Series aspect. Maybe they'll go back to Survivor Series. The brands going against each other. You may get Cody versus Seth 4. Maybe you'll end up seeing Seth end up finally getting that win over Cody. It's just possibilities are endless. That's why I say I think I really do believe that Roman will stay on SmackDown. I think Cody would end up getting drafted to SmackDown. He doesn't, because again, they Raw has their mega high. They have already mega high baby faces. They have a Lashley. They have Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. That's his show regardless. So they got him over there. So let's just. I think that's where it will be going. I think that's where it would end up.
Right. Stryker, same question to you.
Good that is the same question. Not that I really care about the Roman Cody situation. I honestly want more so of a focus on everybody else. So I don't think Lashley stays on Raw. I think he goes to SmackDown. I think you throw him in that chaotic mix of what's going on over there on SmackDown. You'll have Roman, Cody, maybe Lashley as well on SmackDown. We'll probably get him and Gunther at some point to cause a feud. I think Raw being the 3-hour show should be exactly how they're building SmackDown, or how they have SmackDown right now, is where they throw all of the developing talent or the people that they need to give spotlight and time to in that 3-hour time slot. Give them that show to continue to build. You're giving them a workhorse title where the champion will be there all the time. Now is the time that you put the champion up here and you start building up the card. You already have, like you said, you have mega baby faces. You have Seth Rollins. You have Bobby Lashley. You have Chad Gable, who's basically on his way up at this moment.
Right.
Even though we already knew he was here, but you have so many other stars that you can build from. They're properly building Bronson Reed with this Bobby Lashley feud, and the possibilities are endless, as QS did say. Possibilities are endless, but you need to build your stars. We have a lot of people who are on SmackDown who are just popping in and out. You're giving too much time to the Bloodline storyline, and you don't want it to die out. It's at the plateau mark right now, because they're not really making too much forward progress. We're seeing certain things, but the draft is going to add that wrinkle. For example, if they split Solo and Solo goes to Raw and the rest of the bloodline is on SmackDown, what happens?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? So the way
A
that Triple
star.
H, you're right, you're gonna make a star out of him, obviously. But I'm saying in the sense that you've seen how Triple H was vehemently, disgusted when he mentioned Roman Reigns. And he's saying we had to make another title because we have a part-time champion, which Roman was always against, but Roman became the part-time champion now. So we need more talent here. So why not, poke the knife in and say, you know what? You're not always going to be here. So let's move the other half of the bloodline to the workhorse show and actually have them on the show. Let them build. Leave Roman on his own little island of relevancy and you do something crazy. That's just basically what I'm trying to say. Give the 3 hours to all the people you need to build. Put SmackDown as a premiere show as it's been for the past few years. And you actually put the talent there to surround that roster. And that's all I think you should do.
That's interesting. So Black, let's switch off a little bit to. Well, actually, no. Let's not switch off. Let's keep it on SmackDown. Let's go to the SmackDown Women's title. So I'm excited. We have one of my favorite wrestlers, Zelina Vega, challenging Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's title. Do you think that there's going to be a phenomenal showing out of Zelina Vega in the country where her family's from, Puerto Rico? Hey, Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to Courtney. Thank you.
Now, if you had asked me this when Vince wasn't in the picture, I'll go, oh, hell yeah. I can't wait for this match because she is the own heart of the women's division. Like the way that she prepared all these women to be where they are right now, of course going to be a bang of a match. But now you have Vince McMahon that for some reason why he don't like women's wrestling, so they don't want to invest into that. Yes, Trips wasn't the best at it, but you felt that whoever on screen, they got their time. You know what? Right. They got their time and stuff like that. So now is like, I don't know. This is, again, I said this before, this is the first time in WWE history it's not owned by WWE. It's owned by another company.
Fact.
And Vince is an employee now. Last time that he was an employee is when his dad was around. He's a fucking employee, like, fucking gosh. So, crazy. I don't know.
That's an excellent point.
Excuse me one second. Sorry to interrupt. I will let you continue. That is very rude of me as a host. But I must introduce this young lady who we all love and care about so much. She is a sister to this podcast. Our podcast feels like a sister podcast now. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddie is in the building.
How you doing, Miss Maddie?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, now hold on.
Your 100th episode.
Oh, stop! Wait.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can I not? I don't know. No, never mind. Listen, I tired. I hate your face. Not you, Black. He just did that weird thing where he said it was weird. I saw all no's. It was scary. Wow. Maddie, what's going on, girl?
Hey, y'all. Hey, Q.
How are you?
I'm so happy to be coming on here, even if it's just for a quick hello to say hello. I see Jabba Tears is in the house. Hey.
Yeah.
I love these guys so much. Four Corners of Commentary. You guys have like one of the coolest podcasts. Really down to earth people. Everybody has such different personalities, but it all mixes together. So I'm just so happy that I got an invite. So surprise! How y'all doing?
All right, everything's good. They didn't know, so I wanted to.
I know.
I
see Stretch growing it out.
Right. Again.
Decided to grow
Anna,
out.
what's up, Anna? Courtney said, "Hey, Maddie."
Courtney, yeah, they were just on my show.
Yeah, of course they were.
Yeah, I was telling people
amazing, like always.
to jump to the Four Corners of Commentary podcast and check it out. So I hope some people show up.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, we appreciate you so much. If y'all just joining us, this is the 100th episode of the Four Corners of Commentary. We are elated to have. I can do it now. Okay, let me see if I can get it right. Hold on. Right.
Nope. Still
Word life. Excuse me.
No. I was trying to do 100.
Damn, what happened to everybody else? Oh,
Yeah.
man. That was rude. Oh my god. That is
You might have to do a little edit. Hold on.
That's crazy. It's cool. We'll keep it like
Engineering's
this.
hard.
So first and foremost, first of all, don't judge me, all right? I had to rush home. So first off, you already saw the introduction of this. Wait, which way? There we go. This young lady right above me. All the way to the far top right is a man that really needs no introduction. Great smile. You know what I mean? Great use of turtle wax. I love you.
Now you're flirting.
My daughter can't stand me, but
now you're flirting.
I love you. He is the third member of the Jabba Deers podcast. He is the most crooked ref in Battle Club Pro Wrestling, and he's so good at it. Mr. Black.
What's up, everybody?
He does what pays.
Oh man, and as always, that guy. He is a part of Behind the Barricade. He is my co-host on a different angle Fridays on PRN.live at 5 p.m. That is my brother, our brother, Mr. Rodney Harris.
Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate you. Congratulations on 100 episodes, gentlemen. That's
appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. But all right, man. So now that Maddie's here, let's switch the topic real quick. Let's jump to AEW. Black. You know what? You want to finish your statement because I know I cut you off. I apologize.
Oh no. Let me just start off first with your AEW topic. I want to hear that.
All right. Hey, Maddie.
Yo.
What's going on with your company? It's been a while since we heard you. There's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs. There's a lot of shit happening. Like, what is going on?
I mean, there's talks of a new show called Collision. There's talks of a roster split. There's talks of Punk coming back and being the head of the Collision show. I've heard people say they're going to throw Thunder Rosa in there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going around.
What's up, Courtney?
But, and with the AEW All Access, their reality TV show, because that's really what it is. I enjoy it because it's wrestling related. I don't like reality TV. I'm not like a normal female when it comes to that. I do not like the drama. But I do like that show because you do get to see some snippets of what goes on in the back. However, you have to believe that this stuff is exaggerated because if there isn't some kind of drama, ain't nobody going to tune in.
Right.
But I do enjoy it. I ain't gonna lie. I sit there and I actually kayfabe all through it too. Like fuck Ruby Soho. How dare you? And get Thunder's name out your fucking mouth. But you know. But yeah, it's there's a lot going on. They're getting ready for that Owen Hart tournament. They're starting to build up the matches for Double or Nothing. We got a 4 pillars tournament going on. We were talking about whether or not MJF is going to get dethroned. I actually would love to see Sammy take it, but we believe it's going to be Darby because Sting is retiring at the end of this year. So I don't know. There's a lot going on. I'm pissed as hell that Hobbs lost the TNT belt. I'm heated. I'm salty. I don't want to fucking see Wardlow do squash matches all day. Why the fuck you take it away from the monster to give it to this dude?
You know what? And this is why I wanted you to come back on the show. Hey, Rod.
And my girl is still
Yeah.
TBS champion.
She is.
Jade Cargill. Doing
I'm not
Canadian
gonna-
destroyers, people.
Barely.
Who said barely? Who said
I
barely?
You
said
know who
barely.
that was.
God damn it, Stryker.
Barely.
And this is why she's the sister of the podcast.
That damn
Rodney,
stipulation. Ugh.
feeling right off of this information, this feeling, how do you feel about both Hobbs and Jade, the both of their situations?
Well, let's start with Hobbs. Hobbs, you know my love for Hobbs and Wardlow both. It just stinks, man. You can't give a man a belt, have him hold it for what we were counting the days. Me and you were sitting there counting the days, and we're like, "Damn, they even hold it for a month? It feels like you only held it for like a couple of weeks, and that was it." But what we're gonna need to stop doing is, I understand that this belt's a mid card title, but this belt used to mean something, was defended every week. Now I feel like it's a hot potato title. We're just passing it around to everybody we possibly can. This is not a 1 week title run, type of belt. Let's build it up. Now, Will Hobbs, you can say that he doesn't need the belt to be built up, but I think that right now we can benefit from you holding that belt.
Right.
And I also feel like Wardlow, it actually did wonders for Wardlow. It actually helped him elevate a little bit. So if you want to have a feud between the two of them, that's fine. But taking the title off of him so soon really started to question the storytelling and like, hey, how relevant is this guy? We're diehard wrestling fans. If somebody from the outside's watching this for the first time, like, this guy must be a bunch of nothing. If he just won a belt on this date and all of a sudden he just lost it, who is this guy?
Yeah, they just killed him.
Was he just a vessel for Wardlow to take?
Yeah.
So it really upset me. And I remember coming to you saying, man, I'm pissed.
Yep.
I wanted to see him hold on to it a little bit longer. For Jade, improvements. I know there's been some issues with her not working or working with people and all that other stuff. Look, at the end of the day, she when she's called upon to do the job and she does the job, her work has gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot better than what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Stryker.
Oh, let's be real. That Canadian destroyer, yeah, might need some work, but at least she got the confidence to do it.
Right.
That's a help of Brian Danielson. That's a help of a lot of people in that company really pushing her on and pushing her forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of high hopes for her. I really hope that we don't have a like we were talking about it earlier. Me and K Marvel. We was like, who's gonna be able to dethrone her, man?
Serena Deeb
That's the
or Hikaru Shida because Outlander's injured.
Yeah, and that's it's like, wow, man. She
I still think it's Taya, man.
The kicker. Like, I think that's the dilemma that they have, believe it or not, with Jade Cargill. She's, to me, head and shoulders more believable than every other woman on that roster. So it's like, if they put, and I mean this is no disrespect to it, because they have a lot of great women's workers on that roster. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if somebody beats her, for example, it's like, how could they present that? Like, to me, it's like one of those, like, I don't know if you could just beat her via roll up and they get away with it.
That's not
whoever's going to be the one to beat Jade, it's going to put them in that next stratosphere. That's really the focal point of it. Like, someone who has to beat her, it has to be big. It's going to make
exactly. It has to be a huge star at this point. Because she's got so much more star power. A lot of people that I talk to that casually keep up with AEW forget that she's the TBS champion and not the actual champion.
Right.
That's how much more important she feels than everybody else. That's like, not MJF on that roster. I think she's like 1A as far as like marketability, right? Yeah. But it's one of those situations like they would have to shoot her in the back with a bazooka in order for her to lose.
Yep. Right. Absolutely.
Like, for somebody to buy it. Like,
absolutely.
I don't see anybody like, for example, they can't go back to Ruby Soho. I don't think that's going to work.
No, please, God.
That's not going to work. Like, they can't do that. I just don't see anybody realistically beating this woman at this point. It has to be like big star. Right, has to be a big star at this point. I'm talking like Mercedes. It has to be somebody like Mercedes Moné or something like that. Somebody that comes.
I mentioned that.
and makes a huge splash.
Excuse me.
Like, okay, I can't. It would have to be somebody like, okay, I can't believe AEW got this person. Like, we're talking like if something monumental, something mind blowing. Like, let's say Charlotte Flair said, "Screw WWE, I want to join AEW."
Right.
That type of magnitude of a jump ship is the only way she can lose at this point. To me,
right. Well, look, ladies and gents. Sadly, this had to be a quick stop, high and by, because I know people are busy. So I want y'all to plug whatever you got to plug. I love you guys. Thank y'all for coming. We really appreciate it. Like, you know, y'all are the best. Maddie, the lovely one. Go ahead.
Thank you guys for having me on. I'm sorry I had to come so quick and leave like this. I gotta go walk the dog too, but I'm live every Thursday at 7:15 p.m. Eastern. I also love having other podcasters on my show. So anybody on here would love to be on my show, please DM me. I will have you on. I go live. I talk AEW. I do a Would You Rather at the end. I put people on the hot seat, make them answer real funny questions. So, you know, I really would love to see. You know, I always have had
hot seat king here.
Yeah, we coming back.
I would love to have y'all on my show. But yeah, be safe. Take care of your mental health.
Amen.
Love y'all.
Thank you.
Later, Maddie.
Bye, y'all.
And the brother man.
Hey man, look, as y'all see the credentials at the bottom of the screen. You can follow me, Rod Binks, on Twitter, Rod_Binks on Instagram. BTB Live will be back Monday at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Talk
I gotta put that
up. We figured out a system once a month. Everybody's busy, man. It's been crazy. Once a month seems to be working for everybody, so we're gonna go ham once a month as long as we can go. Usually goes to all the way to the top of Raw, and probably a little bit into Raw. So, guys, me, Andrew, Chris, we're all gonna be on doing the damn thing. So tune in, BTB Live. Follow us Behind the Barricade on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, Behind the Barricade 1, and follow us on Twitter at Behind the Barricade 1 as well.
You already know, brother. Love you. Thank you so much.
Listen,
see you
anytime. I'll see you guys down the road. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, word. Later, bro.
Later, bro.
Later on you.
Later, bro.
Oh man. So there was that. Courtney said fire. Yeah, gents. So 'tis us once again. Let's fix this order. It's just crazy right now. So yeah, man, what else is going on? So the Blackpool Combat Club
Say that 3 times fast.
I'd rather not. It's been running through people. Like, it's been nuts. And my question, Black, is do you think this elite situation is going to end up like following through, or do you think it might kind of fall flat?
Oh, when it comes to elite storyline, it's always follow through. That's the most consistent storyline since day one. Is whatever done with the elite, they're gonna follow through. The greatest example is Hangman Page. If you've been following this, like that's what I tell everybody. Like, in my opinion, that is one of the most compelling storylines in modern day history. One of them is Adam Page, because it was so relatable. Like, you went from, I'm trying to find myself in this new company. We all been through that as a millennium. You go to a new company, you try to find yourself, and the person that you end up being with backstabs you, Kenny. And then that person I'm going to the greatest height, something happened, and then to get that promotion, you gotta go through him. Boom. But then go through that promotion, you drag your friends into this, and then somewhere down the way, you're like, fuck, you got them in trouble, they get suspended and shit like that. You're like, dang, how can I make this up? I gotta win for my team. The only problem was, it was just like typical wrestling fans, we don't like good guys. You understand? Like, we don't like nobody living good. Like, one thing I realized, we don't like nobody living good at all. We like them when they're struggling. We like them on the first album. On the sophomore album, looking like, I can't relate to him because he ain't broke. You looking like, all right. So
yeah,
I have high hopes for the storyline because guess what? There's no titles tied in. There's nothing holding up the other divisions. Everybody can go straight up and just brawl. Well, if you count the Ring of Honor championship, but that kind of feel like a prop at this point. Like when I saw Cassio on Cassio wrestling with the title on, I said, "Come on, man, come on, that shit is stupid as hell, B. Like, why you? He's either one of the greatest wrestlers or one of the stupidest wrestlers.
Wow.
I don't know what to choose when it comes to that because it's smart to wrestle with a title on because nobody can punch you in the gut, but still you can't do your moves properly. I don't know. So overall, I think it's going to be great because it's going to lead up to great television. You have all of your greatest workhorse that could work in the ring and great storytellers in the ring and great talkers. So I'm definitely looking for it. And another thing, too, they don't really take up the main event like that because MJF is in the main event with the 4 pillars.
Yep.
Right.
So, no complaints for me. No complaints for me.
It's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly
Ladies and germs, I guess I'm just full of introductions today. We have a person who's been on the show before, and we have somebody new to the show. So I'm just going to do that now and introduce number one, the first lady of Prolific, Miss What That Lariat Do. The madam that I have grown respect for. Oh, I didn't know how long you was gonna stay on. I didn't know. So
or what? Don't bring her on here or what? What you gonna do? What are your bald-headed ass gonna do? What are you going to do? You not gonna do nothing. I got a lariat with your name on it. Keep talking shit. Keep talking. Keep talking. I got a lariat with your name on it. Like you are like by far the dirtiest ref that I've ever seen in history of refs, my nigga.
Dirtiest.
By far. I was literally coming on here. I was literally coming on here for my homie, the 100th episode. Congratulations. And that's it. I was gonna be cordial and professional, and then you have to open up your rinky dink ass mouth, my nigga, and just start letting shit come out of it. Like, don't start. Do not start.
Wait, hold on one second. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to the comments and I'll do my next introduction. First and foremost, what's up, Auntie?
Hi guys, how y'all doing?
Hey, Auntie.
How are you?
What's going on? Thank you for surprising the guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
it. Brother man, love you. Thank you. Matt. I appreciate you. Courtney ain't gonna do nothing.
Nothing at all. Not a damn thing.
The missus saying, "Oh no, Bella fell asleep. She would have been so excited." Well, remember, I told her who was going to be on the show. So, and Matt, Auntie, just take his head off. Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Judging from the YouTube comments, I would say that you're not a very well liked ref.
Oh no.
Yeah,
oh no.
I've never had a problem with Black. Never. Like, here's the thing. I've never had a problem with Black. Never. Since I first met him, nothing. And then all of a sudden, bitch ass niggas prolific. I'm like, wow. That is just really like just wow. So that's what we're doing? Bet.
Wait, look, Tim said that explains it. She's trying so hard to stay awake. Courtney said, "Don't be disrespectful to Auntie." Matt said, "Hey, Courtney. First off, hold on. Let me stop being rude. I've been wanting to get this guy on this podcast since the very inception. Known this brother for an extremely long time. So proud of his success. So proud of his growth and where he's going. For the first time ever on the Four Corners of Commentary, Mr. Marcus.
Let's go!
What up? What's going on?
It's so prolific. It's just, it's so prolific.
What's going on? Oh,
say something now, Black.
What up, Black? Why you
say something now? You milk gun head ass. Say something.
What happened, man? Why you looking down, player? What's the matter? You was talking hot. Huh? You said what? You hate us? Huh? Speak a little louder. What you say?
Don't worry about it. Java Slam 3. We're gonna send it all for all the marbles, speed.
Okay.
And you know what? And
he could have won the big title.
Yo. And I guarantee you, Java Slam 3 is gonna end with you getting a motherfucking lariat. I bet that. I promise you that. You done did enough bullshit as it is. I got you, my guy. I got you.
Well.
If you say so.
By the time Jabba Slam 3 comes, I'm going to lariat every member of Jabba Tier South. I done already lariat 2. Ya and Movie Mike. Now it's only Zuka and Rayhan. And then just for you, for the shits and giggles, and to make me feel warm and fuzzy inside, I'ma especially knock your fucking head off.
How many times? How many times are you gonna do it?
To infinity and beyond, nephew. To infinity and beyond.
I'm gonna be there.
Cheer.
I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it with my own eyes.
Wow.
So hold on. Let me get to the comments. Tiff sending hugs. Hi. She ain't know either. I didn't tell her.
Black. I mean, we was with you at first, but you really looking like the real public enemy #1 right now.
He is.
I love
it.
it.
Tell you.
Courtney.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, man. Black used to be down with Prolific. You know what I'm saying? Used to be like, yo, hell yeah, Prolific was a team.
Yeah. Oh, these are my dudes. These are my guys. I love you, fam. I love you guys.
Next thing you know,
the money kicked in. The money kicked in.
The disrespect. Wow. You know what? Why are we even playing like this? Hold on. Explain yourself, sir.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're on the hot seat now.
What is it? What is it?
Listen, man. I tell you guys many years ago, Yaya's gonna be the champion. I gotta make sure that I provide a path for that. I gotta make sure he had a team. I gotta make sure I had to infiltrate different teams to understand how a team works. Once I infiltrated that and gained the knowledge, I shared my own team around them. And look what we're doing. Every event, it doesn't matter if I'm Dola or not. It's just like you gotta do what you have to do. You work inside. I became a spoof by the door. Simple as that.
So that's why you helped your brother beat Simon Miller? Same reason,
listen, of course. I don't let no colonizer beat us. Never. We went back-to-back W's that day.
But hold on.
Back clean.
But hold on. But here's the thing, though.
It ain't clean when your ass did the most.
We ain't no colonizers, my brother. We you know what I mean? We your kin. And you screwed us over? Come on now.
Wow.
Trash about us? That's crazy. That's crazy.
He pretended to give a shit just to get under y'all and then tried to create another Prolific, but it still didn't turn out right.
Right.
It still didn't turn out right.
It's all good though. You know what I mean? You gonna get yours. It's all right.
Yes, indeed.
Well, look, man. First off, Marcus, thank you for coming on the show, bro.
Thanks for having me.
You know, there's much love between you and I. History goes back a while. So obviously, I've said it before. This is a surprise to the guys. They had no idea that these people were going to be on today. So I know they have shit planned to say involving any of them. So wait, hold on. First off, let's get that head out of it.
Yeah. I didn't like that was a lot of shininess. Like it was blinding. It was blinding. Appreciate that.
It was blinding.
He doesn't get to be by Prolific like that no more.
No.
Yeah. So guys, the floor is yours. You can ask 2 members of Prolific anything. Have fun.
What's the odds that
question to Auntie
refereeing your matches?
Wait, what'd you say?
Wait, say it again.
What's the odds that he keeps refereeing your matches?
You don't referee our matches. He just be sliding. Oh, that was for you, Auntie. My bad. I just got all. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I you know what? At this point, I just don't know. Like it always happens, and I don't have a problem with it. But like I said, I anything that I have to say, I can say to your face. I have said it to your face, and I'm gonna say it again. He can keep reffing my matches. You can keep reffing my matches. The day that you decide to let your milk dug head ass step out of line, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Point blank period. Point blank period. As long as you keep counting 3, whether you want to or not, we're good. We are good. Okay, my buddy. Okay, my friend. Okay.
This is great.
Mark,
this is good. Wow.
Okay, so I have a double-sided question. Most favorite lariat most favorite opponent you've hit your lariat on, and most anticipated person you want to use your lariat on.
All right, real quick.
That's straight to Auntie.
Before you answer that question, shout out to a to someone
Yeah.
who is
What up, Sloan?
family
What up, Sloan?
to the pod.
What's
Your
up,
was
Sloan?
good, brother man. Also, check out the pay window with him and Prof. Your man is the video producer. Make sure you go check that out on YouTube. I believe that is on Professor's YouTube, and it's on Spotify too. So check that out. Sorry, Auntie, floor is yours.
Best lariat. I'm gonna have to say, like, I wasn't even in the match, but the best lariat by far was when I knocked Yaya the fuck out. It was beautiful.
It was
best
really
lariat thus fucking far. Like the angels were singing, the choirs was woo, like it was amazing. It was,
I do.
And I am really, really, really looking forward to knocking Zuka, Rayhan, and Black the fuck out with these lariats. Like I'm really anticipating that, because that's gonna make me feel like I done became a millionaire. Like that's beautiful shit to me. That's like a perfect love song. You know what I'm saying? Like I might even like do the merengue. Like I don't know. Like I'm just gonna celebrate.
A triple win.
Marvin Jackson. Get it.
Terrible. Marcus, brother man.
Yes, sir.
You've been training for some time. You are currently a Triforce champion. I did say that right? I didn't mess that up.
What's that?
No, Triforce. Jesus. Tri-Wizards. Thank you. See, I was close. Something with magic.
We got screwed on that one.
What?
Yeah, man.
Never mind. We talk about that later.
Don't look at me. I wasn't there.
My
Don't look
question
at me.
to you, brother, is how does it feel to be in a faction? You know what I mean? In comparison to you just wanting to wrestle and wanting to learn and wanting to be in the business, and then now having this faction and being, you know, really starting to go around the world. Isaiah Wolf, and congrats, Auntie, for they're about to go overseas, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, holding these titles now and actually being like wrestling champions in the industry and everything like that. How do you feel? Like, how does that feel for you?
It feels really good. Like starting out, you know, you never know how far you're gonna get to go anywhere or what companies see in you. So the fact that they see us as champions and to be the first inaugural champions is, you know, that means a lot. Being in a faction, it's really dope because you have people to hold you accountable for things, to make sure you're on your A game, to make sure you're doing what you need to do to get to where you want to be. You know, especially in this wrestling industry, they keep you grounded, they keep you hungry, and you know, as we do, we cut each other's ass. So you do something that mildly looks shaky, or we're gonna cut your ass, and it's gonna come from us first. So if anybody else cuts your ass, it's not gonna mean nothing. It's like we're unfazed because we go in on one another. Like, definitely going. We have inside jokes that we can't say, but we might say, and it definitely it's something. It's some stuff is running jokes and stuff like that, and having that now at this point. If I would have had that when I started, I don't know if I would be able to last that long because of I would feel like I'm being picked on, but it's just all love to push one another to the next level. So I love it. You got to unmute, player.
I was well.
Oh, that question was for me too.
You got to unmute, man. He muted.
Unmute yourself.
Kate.
Unmute yourself.
Don't judge me. All right, I'm tired. We all are. If you like to, love, go ahead.
I'm going to like try to put this down as quick as I possibly can. I've like I don't really consider, and this is just me. I don't consider Prolific a faction. I consider Prolific family. I've had my own group. I've had my share of being part of stables and factions, and every faction and stable that I've been to, when it really came down to it, this is the one to where honestly it's family. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes on outside of wrestling that a lot of people don't know, but like these three know. You get what I'm saying? It's not a we show up, we wrestle, and then after we wrestle, like we don't talk to each other, we don't socialize. Like pretty much damn near every day we'll have a group chat, like just doing the most. You get what I'm saying? Like it's something that I've wanted like for the 20 years that I've been in this business, and it's even better when it's organic. Like nothing has never been forced between myself and anybody a Prolific at all. And so to come together with him and to just legitimately give, as Wolf will say, this big dick energy, like respectfully.
Nope. Say it.
Respectfully.
Say it.
Respectfully.
Nope. Say it.
Respectfully.
No.
And then, for this day forth, I will always be known as bringing that exquisite pomposity. Yes.
That's
so
where I came from.
Yep. So like I'm massively excited to be part of Prolific. To literally get belts with these guys, like literally December 31st of 2022. We walked in and we walked out champions. Prolific walked out the Tri-Wizard champions. I walked out the new Pro Wrestling Magic Women's champion. The drip set is still in full effect. You know what I mean? It's just going to be some more, just going to be some more that we're going to do. We got this.
Hell yeah, you do. Cute.
So I actually have two questions for you. You both can answer. I was like just hearing, how y'all saying about, how dope it is for y'all to be in Prolific. I was gonna ask, well, for one, I was gonna like say, like, could you give a better in-depth thing about the journey, just the journey in itself, and also just journey of how far y'all came as with Prolific and how far and continuing to keep going, and also just who, I know it's cliche, but who would you want to consider as your dream opponents? Like who's the what's the next step? Who's the next person that y'all would say, I want that one, just to say like I want that one to keep the legacy growing.
Damn. Shoot. Whew.
Wasn't ready for that one. I like it.
I was. I'm sure it wasn't. You know what it is?
Good question.
It's so many different teams out there that we can call out and say we want to face this team or that team, but to really sit there and be like, this is a team that's going to help us keep going forward. Oh man, I would say one of the teams would be the SATs. That would be something I think, would literally give us that extra set of eyes on us. Even though, there are people watching, but it would really open their eyes like, look, paid, you know what I mean? You better get on the ship or get left. Being in Prolific has been really, like I said before, it's been really just very helpful. You hold each other to a high standard, especially when it comes down to us. A lot of times you don't have people to really, keep you in check. And I'm like, hey, listen, you need to do this better. You need to do that. Like Auntie has told me before, hey, you need to stop doing this and do that. And then, I'll listen, because it's like, why shouldn't I listen? You know what I mean? And it's just, it's a blessing to have someone you can listen to and not feel like they're trying to like break you down, but just build you up. So that's a beautiful thing about us being Prolific, being together and being a unity. You know what I mean? Like it's a family fight, but it's just for the good. It's not for the bad.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm talking out of character as a government. people don't understand how hard wrestling really is. Like when you're just a solo act and you have like nobody to watch your back from different promoters, other wrestlers, and it could be where like you depending on that paycheck because you broke in your pocket, and the promoter screws you over because he didn't sell the house. That's not my problem. But when you have a team where like, you know what? There's a higher chance that he'll give you your bread because it's 4 of us compared to just 1 of you. Like, you can't avoid all 4 of them because you can probably avoid 1 of them. But all 4 of them, no. This is why there's always important to, like, have a buddy system in wrestling. And them as a group, it just shows you that in wrestling, you don't have to do this alone. And you can't do this alone. You always need people to have your back. That's one thing I have to say about y'all.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Lala. Thank you for the love. Congrats to the
shout out
4
Lala.
100th.
That's my sis.
Episode.
That's my baby sis.
I know.
Thank you.
Yes, sis, give that. Nope, not saying all of that. Bye. I will not be promoting that. But madam, your turn to answer.
Well, okay. Let's do this. Bet. I really don't know because, like I said, I've had the honor and pleasure of working a lot of people, and I've had some cool ass 6-man tags, and kind of just like the backpedal off of what Black said. You know, the one thing that you're told when you come in this wrestling business is, you know, there's no friends in this wrestling business. You know, like friendship doesn't exist. You know, everybody is trying to fuck over everybody, and I'd be the first person to tell them they can suck my dick, disrespectfully, because in order to survive in this cutthroat ass business, you have to have people that are 10 toes down loyal to you how you are for them, and you have to have people around you that are going to tell you things that you need to hear, not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear, that is going to make you better and elevate you to be better at the end of the day. Like, a lot of people fail to realize that this is why there's a lot of discord in wrestling, is because people feel like they have to compete with somebody. You don't. At the end of the day, you're competing with yourself to be better than what you were the day before. That is the only fucking competition that you have. And a lot of people, and a reason why a lot of people leave the wrestling business is never really because of the politics in a certain sense. It's because they couldn't get out their own head. And so for me, I can truthfully say that I've been through the struggle of trying to have people that ride for me as I ride for them. And it wasn't what I was expecting or what I feel like I deserved. It was just the common sense of, yo, if I give you positive vibes, I would expect you give me positive vibes back instead of the negative shit. You feel me? I would expect that if I fuck with you the long way, you would automatically fuck with me the long way and not do no fucking fugazi ass shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's not wanting somebody to give you the same energy that you give them is not on the equivalent to, oh, well, you know, I guess, you know, stop expecting everything. No, it's not expecting. It's do unto others as you would want to be done unto you. Don't treat nobody like shit if you don't want to be treated like shit.
Right.
So for me, I'm gonna probably be at ringside watching these niggas do the tag because, you know, like majority of the group that they want to fight is 3 people. You get what I'm saying? And the only group that I would say that I would have a blast with, and I feel like I would walk out with a lot more knowledge as far as if it was just like our whole full squad, it's going to have to be Jabba Tier South. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. You feel what I'm saying? Because the one thing about it is I've known Rayhan when he was Montana. I've known Zuka before he started bam sucking people. I've known Movie Mike before, you know, he started saying action. You feel me? And then I've also known, wait, who the fuck did I just leave out?
Yeah.
I known his punk ass for a long time too, because he can't answer his phone calls. It's horrible. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I've seen all these guys elevate and grow. And honestly, before all this shit had popped off, and I was just returning back at the, I believe it's a matter of fact, it was Black WrestleFest. I remember I had told them that like I wanted to wrestle every last one of them because I feel like that I can learn something and I can walk away with some knowledge that I feel that I need for my journey in this wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing this for a very long time, but that don't mean that I can't learn from any and everybody. So for me, like whether it's 4 or it's 2 or it's 3, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just gonna go ahead and just fuck it. Let's manifest some shit. I would like to see Prolific against House of Black. I would like to see Prolific against the Death Triangle. I would like to see Prolific against anybody that think that they can handle the smoke, and we're gonna whoop their ass. Like, real shit. Like, if these niggas wasn't signed, I would like to see Prolific against the Bloodline. Roman is getting the lariat. I don't give a fuck.
That's right.
He gonna acknowledge this shit. But I love that man at the same time. Roman, I love you. Don't be like that. Okay, Roman, I love you. Okay, bye.
You know, I think there's a team. I think there's a group that should definitely not be left out of this conversation, and that's definitely the Judgment Day.
Bro, I would fuck Rhea Ripley up. We would have a blast. Do you hear me?
That match would be insane.
Oh,
insane.
And like, ain't nobody gonna really care because they just gonna be stuck with our thickness. I'm here for it. That's gonna be like the thickest female match ever in one setting. You understand me?
I'm weak.
Damn right. Damn right. I'm with that.
Well, I don't know. There was a.
He smiled a little bit too hard.
Oh shit, my bad. I fucking forgot. We gotta run it back. Prolific versus STP. I don't give a fuck where they at in their career. Shane Taylor, Khan. Wait, pause. Okay, so look. All right.
You just put
Let me break this down. Okay. All right. And when it comes to Moses, O'Shea, Ron, Shane, they can all get lariats. I can't lariat Khan, yo. Like, he's so handsome.
Man, that lariat don't got no man. It's like a
does. That man is handsome. Like, that man, like every time I look at Khan, it's like the first time I done heard the Beatles. Like, that man is handsome. Everybody else can get it. I don't know already. Lariat, Moses, and O'Shea. Fuck both of them. Yeah. Like, I got the other two to get. Like, Shane gonna get this lariat. I'm gonna fuck. Hey, Shane, you get this lariat? I don't care. I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. You heard me? Words.
Rev Ron here to pass the message.
Look, he's there. Bless you, sir. Bless you. You can get this shit too. Bless you.
There you go.
Right. Ron, wow, that was what timing.
But then like
it's covered in the blood.
But let me be really honest about this, so it's not misunderstood. No matter how much I have things to say about every group that I've named, it doesn't change the fact that these are groups that I would like to see us wrestle, because everybody that I've named are people that have went to the beat of their own drum. This is just beyond, just wrestling. Like, everybody went to the beat of their own drum. They didn't do what everybody wanted them to do. They did what they wanted to do. And even though people were like, hey, you shouldn't do that, it's still fucking successful. You feel me? And like, that's the thing that I love. I love to be challenged. I love to be pushed to my limits and then some. And so every individual that I've named legitimately has those requirements. And I'm not going to be satisfied until we bless these niggas prolifically, respectfully.
Hey. Listen, man, I love you guys.
Love it.
Your wrestling has, like, honestly just speaks for itself. What you guys stand for speaks for itself. And I want to turn the wheel back a little bit, because at the very first Jobber Slam, shout out to Jobber Tears Podcast once again, and shout out to Battle Club Pro. Love you guys so much. Appreciate y'all for everything that you do for the business. There was a lot that happened in that match. And at the very end, everybody was there with their fists held high. Marcus, how did that feel for you to have an established team like STP? Not saying that y'all aren't established before I get chopped, because I don't need that. My little lungs. I won't survive. I'm wheezing as we speak.
Little lungs, I'm weak.
leave my lungs out of here. But having that moment with STP in the middle of New York, home. How did that feel for you?
Man, it felt. It was a lot of emotions. I didn't show it, but it was a very emotional moment, because here's somebody who who's where we want to be, and furthermore, and they're pretty much giving us the seal of approval. Like it's very satisfying because it's like I know that we're good enough, and for them to see that we're good enough and tell us, hey, listen, you're good enough, it just means more coming from people who look like you, whether it's in a loss or in a W. But for them to say that, for Shane to sit there and say that, and then give us that seal of approval, man, it meant the world. Still means the world, and just from then to now, two totally different prolifics, of course, but it just shows that if you believe in yourself and you keep pushing, no matter how hard and rough it gets, you're not getting booked here or seen here, or getting overlooked, or not thought about. You good enough is gonna show. You know what I mean? So it really meant a lot.
So it's incredible. It's incredible how timing works. Look, this guy I have gained such a respect for, both inside and outside of the ring, from truly just getting to know him on a personal level. I know this guy, he's doing a lot all around the world. He's collected quite a number of gold too. He is the host of Coffee with Rev. He is Revy 5 Belts. He is my guy, the Rev Ron Hunt.
Rev Ron.
What's good? Happy 100 to y'all.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate
What's
that.
going on, man?
Much love. We respect it. Prolific. What's going down with y'all people?
What's going on?
Man, it's another day. We heard the challenge. There ain't much to say. Y'all know what happened the last time we was in New York. So if y'all want to make it do what it do, we can make it do what it do anywhere.
Hey, man.
We're going to say we see y'all. Y'all have grown. We're going to give respect where respect is due. But you also got to understand, knocking people out and making people cry is our favorite thing to do. So anytime y'all want it, y'all can get it. Anytime. We secure the bag.
I'm ready.
Matter of fact, if y'all don't mind, I'm just saying. I mean, I just got 4. This is me running low right now. So I mean, anytime that y'all want to do anything, but y'all know what the deal is. But we see y'all. We see y'all. So respect to y'all for doing what y'all doing. Respect to y'all doing what y'all doing and getting out of the country and making it do what it do. At the end of the day, y'all still representing Black excellence. So handle what y'all need to handle it for the culture, and make sure y'all do what y'all do. That's what y'all got to do at the end of the day. Real talk.
All right, appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, look, Rev. Damn it, Rev.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. This is for y'all. What do you want? I'm gonna celebrate with y'all. Y'all can thank Uncle DJ. Y'all want the silver? Y'all want the silver? Y'all want the Reposado? Which one?
Go with the silver. You gotta go with the silver.
All right.
And, I don't have it right now.
I just finished it.
Literally just come
hey, ain't nobody tell you to finish it now.
Damn.
Ain't nobody tell you. We'll do a little something. We'll
Look,
do a
little old school.
Got a little wine glass.
Wow. You just take a shot without everybody else.
Hypnotic.
Hey,
My God.
no, don't just the pre. Who got everybody else?
That's
Y'all got your screen too small. Hey, listen, I got more. Where we at?
Wait, here. Hold on. I got you.
Where
Boom.
we at? Okay, I can see now.
There we go.
I can see now. Where we at?
Here we go.
I got some Martinellis.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, so here. Would you like to do the toast? You want me to do the toast?
No one?
Want you to do the toast, man.
All right, well, listen.
I'm just here to hype it up.
Look, I'll say it like this, man. I had a whole list ready for everybody who's ever been on the show. So first and foremost, just thank you to all of you. Thank you for everybody who's ever watched. Thank you to for the 4 up top. But look, man, we got to thank us, because without us, there would be no 4 Corners of Commentary. So, brothers, thank you through the ups and the downs, through the losses and the wins. Salud, and here's to 100 more.
Much love.
Yeah.
All right, now we can start talking. Let's get down to business.
What's going on, man?
What's the deal, man? What's the deal? We in here. Y'all already know. If you don't know, shame on y'all. So let me reintroduce myself. My name is the Savior Professional Wrestling, the Reverend Hunt, the foot tapping, hand clapping, soul reaching, always preaching Savior in this game. You already know what it is, aka Mr. Revy 5 belts. That's 4 because one is getting at the store right now, getting redone. But it ain't gonna run like this, man. We're gonna hit each and every state, each and every country, and keep it going. I'm your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. That is what it is at the end of the day. Now all that is ado. What's going down with y'all?
And y'all get on me about my announcement? That was like a whole goddamn benediction. You know what? I'm gonna get myself.
Wait, did you hear what you said?
Do what I gotta do.
He is right.
It's in the contract. See, that's the thing. See, let me teach you business. Let me teach you business. All right. You just say it. All right. It's in my contract. Whether I wrestle or whether I show up, I gotta say what I say, or it's a breach of contract. That's called business.
I am well aware of what business is. That's why everywhere I go, everybody know who I am, and it takes that long. I don't care about that. It's just y'all get on me so much about how long my introduction is, and this man,
it wasn't that bad. No, it wasn't the length. It wasn't the length. Listen, we all know Rev has an introduction as long as Undertaker's walk. That's not the point. All right, that's not the point at all. The fact of the matter
that was actually a mild down one. That was more of a dark match introduction. You know what I'm saying? That was
like when the fire and like he almost caught on fire. He had to rush in.
Yeah.
But Rev,
but what's going down with y'all, man? Much congrats to y'all, man. Just want to say salute and respect to y'all for doing what y'all doing. 100 episodes ain't easy. I know that from personal experience. To drag. Some things go the way it need to go. Some things don't go the way it need to go, and things go blur at the last second, man. So the fact that y'all made it to 100, man, that means y'all got consistency, y'all got dedication, y'all got zeal, and then most of all, man, y'all got cooperation, communication, love with one another, man. And that's what it takes to continue to get it going, man. So hopefully we get 100 more. We get to that 1,000 episode, get that 500, and we keep that train moving.
Yeah, right.
So real quick before I give the guys the floor, I got 2 questions for you. The first one is we actually just, as you probably saw, got off the topic between you sharing that moment with Prolific in the ring at the first Jobber Slam. What did that mean for you also? And the second question isn't wrestling related. It's your podcast, Coffee with Rev. We all know you decided to do this because you wanted to bring more people together. Wrestlers, fans, podcasters, photographers, artists, no matter what you did, Coffee with Rev was meant to bring people together. You, sir, have also hit 100 episodes not too long ago, so congrats to
Congratulations.
you.
Appreciate it.
Also, real quick, shout out to our guy, Ricky. Thank you, bro. So my question for you when it comes to coffee, because like I said, you and I have gained a relationship through Coffee with Rev, so I'm so appreciative for you for that, and the connections that we both have made through Coffee with Rev. So I know I'm gonna play my turn soon. We played dominoes.
Hey,
Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions.
I'm about to hit you, man. Some dominoes.
But how, now that it's been this long, how does that feel for you? So let's start with Jobber Slam first.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, it's been everything that we said we wanted to do. A lot of times what we said we wanted to transcend those titles. I don't care what you say. It could be respectfully anywhere on the independents. It could be in Ring of Honor, All Elite Wrestling, World Wrestling Entertainment, Impact Wrestling, MLW. It doesn't matter. The title will never make the person. It is the person's job to make that title. You make it as relevant as you want to make it as a fighting champion. With us, it wasn't also just about fighting, but about showcasing and giving an outlet to those that are just like us, those that are climbing up the jungle just like us, those that might have been overlooked just like us, and giving them an opportunity to show who they are and hopefully get more eyes on them. So when it came down to it, to be able to get in the ring with Prolific, to be able to do it in the great state of New York, it was exactly that. It was a job that we said at the end of it, win, lose, draw. We want more people to know who they are. And if we can do that for them, then we have done our job. It makes no sense for us to be blessed with something and not try to be a blessing to others? How can we give back? That's one thing I've always said. Hashtag everybody eats. At the end of the day, hey, I can eat all the lobster and filet mignon that I want. But if I'm not sharing it with my brothers and my sisters, then what am I doing? Am I really for the culture if I'm not helping to build the culture with me and put the culture on my back and for us to continue on and build this great thing called unity? So at the end of the day, that's what I meant to us. That meant unity, man. I meant power. I meant at the end of the day, just like Shane said, when it was all said and done, we could look each other in the eye, show respect for one another. You ain't got to beat down your brothers and your sisters in order to climb the ladder. You can go in there and do business and still shake hands at the end of the day and show respect, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. So at the end of it, that's what it was right there, man. So we proud of them. You know, hey, we still held on to that goal, but they gave us a fight. And just like Shane said, they did something that other people were too scared to do. The fact that they answered the call and they didn't back down. The wins and the losses don't matter. It's the respect that's on the other end. That's what matters. Respect always stay, and they got our respect.
And then coffee with Rev. How's that? You know, at this point where everything is, the Discord, chat, just everything. Even us playing dominoes. You know what I mean? How do you feel about your growth when it comes to the podcasting world?
Man, honestly, I love it. I love it. And we got some more big things coming down the way. But with me, my main thing was it was an extension. You know, I always say if I'm not taking the ability that I have to try to shift the world in any way that I can control it, then what's the point of me doing what I'm doing? What's the point of me being held to a certain standard and being lit in a certain light within this industry if I'm not doing that? So my whole thing is, man, pro wrestling is as negative as it is already. We all can focus on something and see some form of a negativity in it. But how can we also breathe breath of life into the positivity of it? And so with me, my whole thing was I wanted to have an opportunity not only for wrestlers to make connections with others in the business, but for those that are fans and those that love this business just as much as those that's giving their body on the line, to also make these same connections, not only as a fan to a wrestler, but a person to person. We all bleed red. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money that we make, we can lose it tomorrow. We've seen it through the pandemic. We've seen it through other obstacles and other situations. So at the end of the day, I wanted to have an outlet for people to look at each other like humans and build a relationship off of that. And it just so happens that relationship is a sport, the great sport that we love, professional wrestling. So to be able to do that, to be able to transcend it past 100 episodes, start to continue to do things such as a Discord or just get connected with different games and everything like that. Some other business ventures that we got coming down the line that's hopefully going to continue to bridge that gap of separation. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, man. Just being able to give back. All of us do our own part, but at the end of the day, it's all about showing humanity. If we don't show humanity, then what we doing with life, man?
Facts.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. See, look, this is why they call him the Rev, right there. That's why they call him the Rev. Gentlemen, buddies, pals, guys, you got any questions for the Rev? And that goes to anybody that's here.
I got a couple of questions.
Yo, honestly,
this is my first time interacting with you, sir, and it's an honor to have you on our show.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I wanted to ask, because you look eerily familiar to an EMT that I saw on WWE television not too long ago. No, I'm only messing with you. What was that experience like? We've never had a guest, for example, that has, whether it be a talent of any sort, that has been on WWE television. So this is the first for us. What was that experience like for you as a professional wrestler to have some type of interaction? This is the largest wrestling company in the world, as everybody knows. What was that like for you, just to be on WWE television?
Well, that was my twin brother. I'm actually, I don't know if you can tell by the shirt, I'm a maximum male model. My name is Ron Eat. But that was my brother. He's a great guy. No, but it was a great opportunity, man. It was a great opportunity. That was actually the first opportunity that I had with him right after my stint with Ring of Honor, and just to be able to really get back in the fold. It was one of those things that you just do what you got to do. You do what's best for business. And so, you know, I got a lot of friends that's there. It was good to see some familiar faces. It was actually very refreshing to go there, and then, you know, being able to see, you know, different people that you haven't seen in a couple of years. But I would tell you, at the end of the day, it's all about doing what's best for the greater good of whatever company that you're in with. So there were some parts in there that I was just doing it on the fly. So we get back there, you know, we get some thumbs up and some eggs. Are like, bro, man, they're using sound, man. They're running replays on you, like straight up close. So I'm like, of what, man? I'm like, I just went down there and, you know, we did our thing. So then, you know, we're back there in Gorilla and we're watching. They're just replaying it all night, and then Triple H is like, yeah. I'm like, all right, you know, much respect, you know, just, you know, cut that salary, bro. So, but at the end of the day, it was refreshing. You know, it was refreshing. I think it was one of those things that I got a call shortly after the stint was fully over with Ring of Honor, and I think that was just a little friendly reminder that, you know, whether you know it at that immediate time or not, you're still on somebody's radar, and you're just one call away. So that's an everlasting reminder that I try to tell anyone. You never know when that call will happen, but if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. It can be as complex as a match. It can be as simple as doing some extra spot. You got to do something, but at the end of the day, you got to think you're at still match, extra work, whatever your job is. You are doing a particular job for the greater good of that television product. So it was one of those things. You know, I was just happy just to do my part. Happy to build some type of quality to it and see where it's at right now.
Excellent. That, and you know, you're one of the more versatile talents that I think I speak for everybody here. One of the more versatile talents that you'll find on the indie scene. You've done managing, you've done commentating, you're an active wrestler. How do you juggle all of those hats? Because it has so many different required skill sets. You know, you have to be a great talker to be a manager, and you have to be very active around the talent. Obviously, you have the in-ring work, and you have the athletic ability to be in-ring talent. Being a commentator, you have to be very analytical, and you have to know when to speak and when not to speak, and when to enhance somebody and when to enhance your persona. How do you juggle so many different hats, you know, just being a talent like that?
Yeah, I think it comes down to hunger and really understanding where your worth is. You know, outside of wrestling, some new and some surprised. I was actually a news reporter for about 7.5 years or so. So I started in radio, I worked within television, and I see your face, Black.
Very true. No, I actually looked it up.
Real
actually very true. I was like, you know, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about that?
Actually, we're gonna throw this one in there. Emmy-nominated news reporter. Emmy-nominated.
True.
So, but it's one of those things that when you know your worth, whatever that calling is, whether you're a referee, a manager, valet, wrestler, commentator, ring announcer, it doesn't matter. If your job is to do the grip and the lighting grid, I try to tell everyone every single job is important. Stop overlooking it. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how many seminars you do. We can't do nothing without a ring crew. We can't do nothing without somebody grabbing the gear. You're going to go home gearless, and you got to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars more. We can't do what we do without a timekeeper, a commentator, someone running the videos, a referee, you know, someone that's tightening the turnbuckles, checking the ring between matches. So my whole thing is I took pride with whatever gift. It was a mixture of hunger and pride. So when it came to, you know, commentating or announcing or, you know, managing or anything like that, first you got to be confident with what you know you could bring to the table. Everyone might not have the same strengths as me, and I understand that. I might not have the same strengths as somebody else, and I understand that. But be okay with that. Focus on sharpening those tools that you feel are weak, but then also look at continuing to grow those that you think are strong. And I think complacency is the biggest death in a lot of people. We get complacent on where we are, or we feel like we've done enough, and they were like, why aren't we here? Maybe you just got to kick that thing in just 2 more miles per hour faster and keep that train moving and stop being on cruise mode. And for me, that was the main thing. Okay, you know, well, I see this over here. All right, you might not need this. Well, I got this on the table. Okay, you might not need this. I got this. If you put one meal in front of someone, everybody can push that plate away. But if you give them 5 to 6 different options, they eventually going to bite on something. And whatever they bite on, then you just keep elevating that quality of that meal. So that's always been my whole thing. You know, I try to tell anyone, you know, try to find a way. We all have some form of versatility in us, but try not to get into a mindset of you being complacent on where you are and say, here's what I also can bring to the table. Because if you find yourself a multiple threat person, then that's going to give you even more worth and even more value for the next company that's looking for
you.
Now we're gonna see Mr. Black out here managing Prolific, huh?
No.
No, that is the shadiest ref in professional wrestling. That's what he is. That's what he is.
Rev, we gotta talk, brother. He's been doing some sneaky.
All right, hey, let me know if you gotta go to wrestlers court, man. We'll send it. We got a spot for referees.
Oh, you know what?
We got a spot for referees. I got Hornswoggle on speed dial, bro.
You gonna need it because like he be doing the most, like just all the most for no reason. Just it's horrible. But y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I literally gotta finish God of War before my debut tomorrow, and I'm at the end. Thor got me fucked up. I love everybody in here. Everybody, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Happy 100th episodes.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate everybody here. Black, you can go straight to hell. I still got Larry with your name on it. Rev, my people will be calling your people soon. Respectfully, y'all have a blessed one, man, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Respectfully, Prolific out.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, well, gentlemen, let me head out too. I got work in a couple hours.
Man, jeez.
So,
bro, plug your stuff.
Dedication.
It's definitely been a pleasure. Take a shout out to everybody, Rev, everybody for this podcast. Fuck you, Prolific, especially y'all. Everyone else, I love y'all.
Wow, Black.
Not Prolific.
Damn. Couldn't even bow out gracefully. Damn.
Plug all the shows.
But overall, find me at _ Mr. Black. Drop the K, 2 C's.
It don't matter.
Follow me. Follow my whole crew at the Java Tears Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media we at. Subscribe to us on YouTube and all the podcasts. We everywhere, dog. And check us out at Black Wrestle Fest. Any Up 2, Java Slam 2. Check me at the next match at the any event. I might be at Invictus. I might be at House of Glory. I don't know where I'm at next time. But guarantee me, you'll see me at Battle Club Pro. And right now, we have an episode drop of Show 2 of Battle Club X. Check that out right now on YouTube. And everybody, man, thank you, everybody. And congratulations, y'all, on 100 episodes, y'all.
Thank you, bro. Love you.
No, love you guys too.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Later.
Thank you.
Well.
Well, that ended strongly.
Lord.
Right? Oh, man. But look, Q, you have anything for the men?
For the Reverend, I mean, I really don't. It's not a much of any like actual question for the Reverend because it more of the less is kind of a praise. I've always I've always came in, peeked in for coffee with Revs a couple of times when I'm able to. But even when I saw you for the first time, when I did see you for the first time at at Jobber Slam, it's good to see that as a manager you came as a manager, but also to see how many belts that you got in the back. It's also good to know that you are the belt. You are also your own personal belt collector. You collect. You go into these different promotions. You are winning these titles, and I think the only question the only question I got is like, well, which is the next title that's going to be added to the collection? Since you might as well call you belt collector Rev. Like which next? Like which one is next?
Well, I tell you this. Number one, anyone that's bold enough to make the call and put their champion on the stretcher, man. So I tell you this, man. The last time that I was in the New Jersey area, New York, New Jersey, I love them both, man. They always give your boy love, but understand that at the same time, your boy made some historic momentum down there. There's a reason they ain't calling me back because they know they champions in trouble. Especially after they see not even all of the hardware that's behind me right now. So I don't care what company it is, but I will tell you, I want it to happen in either New Jersey or New York. Either New Jersey or New York. But any state can catch these hands. Any state can catch these hands. Any country can catch these hands. At the end of the day, honestly, I'm getting bored with 5. 5 ain't enough for me. So bring them. And we'll do what we do.
He is not Big E in NXT. 5 is not enough.
You have to think, brother. How many champions are 5-time champions, let alone holding 5 at the same time unanimously
true.
and simultaneously?
Very true.
True.
This one over 365 days. Over 365 days. They retired the old one. This is a brand new one. I retired the old one. I'm the first to hold this one. The first to hold this one. And about to be the longest reigning tag team champion right there. The one that's getting done in the shop. I'm the inaugural first ever champion there over 365 days holding it.
Yeah,
so you're looking at over 1,000 plus cumulative days.
Yeah, look at them titles. God.
Matter of fact, I call her Pretty Gold. There's not a single other name that's on these side plates because there hasn't been the other single champion that has held this but the Rev himself. Not a single. Not a single. And I'll probably lose it once I die because that's the only time that's getting pried off me. So anybody can get it. Last week, double booking, defended the tag team championship, drove an hour 15 down the way. Main event steel cage match, 25 minutes. Successfully retained the RWA heavyweight championship. 2 successful title defenses, including the main event steel cage match. And I'm still alive, breathing, doing this.
That's right.
I tell people it's okay to say that you're the best. I want you to say you, because if you don't think that you're the best, then why are you doing what you're doing? But I'm gonna tell you this: your best ain't my best. That goes to any champion. Your best ain't my best. So I want every champion to bring their best. But for right now, any champion that's in New Jersey and New York, please answer the call. Please.
You heard it here first, baby.
No problem.
Oh man, Strike.
One thing that motivates you in ring that you haven't done yet. What is one moment that you're still striving for in the ring?
One moment that I would say I'm still striving for that I haven't done yet. Believe it or not, after all this time, wrestling on the televised pay-per-view.
Wow.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
My in-ring debut with Ring of Honor, 2018, if I believe. Best in the world. Opening up, we're on night 2, Columbus, Ohio, triple threat match. Myself, a gentleman named Derek Neal, that's a good friend of mine, and Cheeseburger. That was the last physical time that I physically wrestled in the Ring of Honor ring. Other than that, it's all mind-calculated moves, making money. And you already seen what that happened with the Ring of Honor World Television Champion and the Ring of Honor 6-Man World Tag Team Champions. So I'm satisfied with that. But to crank it up, why not do both?
Tell them. Tell them. All right. So look, I want to open the floor. All right. But we're going to switch it all the way up.
All day. His bucket hat on too tight.
So it's actually not tight at all, sir. First off, you got to get that bling. I don't have my sunglasses on. All right. Get out of here. No, I meant the shirt. So, but look, we're all kids at heart. You know what I mean? We all love, cartoons, like at heart, cartoons, video games, and we're in the wrestling business some way, some shape or form. So, there's a lot of pop culture that comes with the wrestling business, right? So I'm gonna switch it up. What games are y'all looking forward to that's been announced for Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, whatever?
Grand Theft Auto.
It's not announced.
Now that's what
Is
you
it?
think. It's coming. It's coming.
No, 6 is definitely coming.
It's coming soon.
Didn't they
Before
say
the
it's
end
going
of
to
this
be
year,
in
it's
Paris
here.
or something like that? Like
Paris.
Stryker's usually our game info person,
He googling it right now.
right?
No, honestly, no solidified date yet, but everything got leaked already. So like you can see how the game is going to be. You see the graphics and what they're trying to do with it, how much freedom we're gonna get. So honestly, my assumption, I would say, or prediction, probably end of next year, if not early 2025.
That's crazy.
Because for what they're doing with this game, I think it's gonna blow 5 out the water, and we might have it for another 2-3 generations, just like how we have with 5. So, story wise, I think we're back in Vice City, if I remember correctly, and it will be another trio of people. Is going to be a Latina main protagonist. With a black man protagonist as well, and I forgot who the third was, but I do know they interact with some of the characters from 5. So I think Trevor's in it and a couple other people. So
that's cool.
Should be really interesting, honestly. Like whatever they're doing with whatever they did now, just imagine that times 10.
Now let me tell you this: if it is like how you said it is, I will probably dissolve into oblivion. Because let me tell you what I did with the last one. I zoomed this boy in on a blade of grass, and I said, "There's dewdrop on the grass," and I just held it there. I'm like, "What in the what?" No, I was like, "Oh, this is why we had to wait this long."
Yeah.
They
because remember they upgraded it every generation. So they upgraded from PS3 to PS4.
That's crazy.
And that's when they like made it a bit bigger, so you have a big lobby. Then the upgrade to PS5, you're literally seeing the difference in graphics.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what they do with 6 from the ground up, how that's going to be.
Yeah.
And imagine that on a PC. Imagine that on another console that they make, or whichever console they make next. Like it's going to be ridiculous. So definitely can't wait for that.
What about anybody else?
For me, it's the same thing. I've been waiting for this damn game for forever. I'm sick and tired of waiting, honestly.
I was waiting for it 1 year after the last. I said, all right, let's just get to
it. Stretch?
I pretty much was going to say the same thing.
Everybody's
can't wait to see. You know what? I'm more, maybe this is like maybe it's something wrong with me for even saying this, but I always wonder because like every GTA has like a controversial mission in it. I wonder what it will be for this year because I remember it takes a lot to shock me, like as far as like things that are in media and stuff like that, my own job and everything. Like I've heard and seen some wild things, but I never thought I would have the ability to waterboard somebody in a video game before.
True.
And it's like that mission where they're like torturing this dude is like you pull a tooth out of his mouth and you're like you hit him with a ring.
Dude, like, I totally forgot about all that too.
Yeah, like, I was like, for better or worse, we've come a really long way. I remember watching like polygons on a PlayStation and seeing like what was supposed to be Dennis Rodman with multicolored hair, and I'm like, man, that looks really real. Now we're doing this. So I'm wondering what in GTA 6 will like be that mission where it's like more people blame violent acts by children on video games for. But
thank you, Courtney.
Night, Courtney. Thank you.
Well, look, man, I think I would be remiss if the name K Marvel and I don't mention Spider-Man 2. I think I'm really excited. If they're really going to add a co-op to it, that's going to be so much fun. And if you get to choose between 3 characters, that would make it even better. So
hopefully the third is Venom.
Exactly. So I really hope. Apparently the script was leaked. I kind of dove into it. I probably shouldn't, Mr.
The multiverse.
I don't want spoilers ruined, but
it's
no, Actually, no, not multiverse. It's very much within its own universe.
Okay, go.
But there's a lot of twists and turns.
That was the rumor since their Spider-Verse involvement.
Yeah, since he's in Spider-Man, the PS4 Spider-Man is in the new Across the Multiverse Part 1. So that's really exciting. But yeah, man, I can't wait.
I'm just ready for Tony Todd, honestly. I just want to hear Tony Todd as Venom. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That's it.
Man. If y'all don't know who Tony Todd is, that is the man who was Candyman.
The original.
The original Candyman.
Yeah.
One of the, not only one of the first, like black horror villains, but he's like one of the first survivors in the movies, actually in the original Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So shouts out to him and LL Cool J. But
my most anticipated, since I didn't get to say mine, Tekken 8.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Tekken 8.
Wow.
I honestly, I've played almost every Tekken. I've only owned maybe 2 or 3 of them, but I played a bunch of 7, but 8 is looking like it.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
From graphics to gameplay, and then hearing that they're probably going to go 30 plus for the roster, I know they're putting so much work into this game.
Wow.
So to have that drop maybe next year or year after, whichever time they decide to drop it, that's going to be my most anticipated game so far for this generation.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh,
yeah. Q?
I mean, of course, I would say that it is Tekken 8. I mean, GTA 6 is obviously another one that everyone's going to be anticipating. But Tekken 8, to even touch on it, I've owned every single Tekken from Tekken 1. I know everybody's looking forward also to Street Fighter 6, but been playing the demo. To me, it's not for me. Street Fighter for me was never for me. I was always a Tekken guy. Like when everyone played Street Fighter or played, Soul Calibur, I was just always I was a Tekken kid. So all in all, just from looking at the graphics on Unreal, the whole Unreal 3D engine, seeing, as Stryker said, just as Stryker said, it's 30 plus characters. You already know it's a lot of characters that we didn't see for years making a return. That's where whenever they do decide to release it, I think that's going to be basically, it's going to come off as game of the year. And I'm also anticipating the next chapter of God of War. Those who keep up with the story of God of War.
Spoiler alerts.
If you know, I'm not spoiling it. If you know, you know. But the next chapter, I'm really anticipating where that's going to go for that.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, man. There's a lot of good things coming up. Wrestling wise, gentlemen, if you don't mind speaking on promotions, I got a couple questions for y'all. Number one, earlier we spoke about the new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. My question to you guys is specifically to you two, is who you think is going to be the one to be crowned the first?
I think it might be Seth. Just because I don't think they're gonna go with 2 heel champions. Balor, I don't see it yet. Seth, I think, will be more of a fit. Because he's a really good promo guy. He's really good media guy as well. Drew, maybe it's a possibility, but I really think they're gonna go with Seth. He has a trend of underneath Triple H always being the first guy to do something. So I think it's gonna be him, honestly.
Got you.
Right. I would have to say primary choice if they're looking to go the easy route that is seamless, Seth. If they're looking to build somewhat of a longer story, I would say Cody. Only because I would see them having to give him something, but yet it still does not fully satisfy him until he gets to Roman. Then that'll still have him on an equal playing field while also still suffering the loss to Roman, and will build things up even greater. So then he's put into an all or nothing state right there. So That's my long-term booking. My long-term booking got to be Cody. But if they're looking to do something quick, strike while the iron is hot, there is no hotter right now from the babyface side of things than Seth Rollins.
Absolutely.
Good job.
Rev, and Marcus, real quick. There's a love for indie wrestling in the community, and you guys are and have been molded by indie wrestling. Are there any promotions that you guys just want to shout out real quick that you feel like more eyes should be on?
I'll let you go, Ron. I'll let you go first.
Yeah. I would definitely say RWA in West Newton. They're about 45 minutes outside of Pittsburgh. One thing that I will tell you, and it's very hard to do consistently without bringing a name in. Actually, it's the one that I hold this title with. That just did a steel cage, but consistently without even bringing a name in, they average every good bit of about 275 to 300, 250 to 230 on a bad night. And that says something. The crowd, they give you their all. Just every single bit of the spirit of indie wrestling is right there. If you're looking for any clips, you can go to indiewrestling.us. They have all of their events on it. We've had Matt Hardy come in, Devon Dudley, Crazy Steve. The list goes on. D-Lo, Teddy Long, et cetera, et cetera. That is a great company. Also, I would say, big shout out to the New York and New Jersey companies. You got your Invictus is out there. You got your Battle Club is out there. You got so many great companies out there, aka any company that I've ever stepped foot in the ring with, including stepping in the ring with Darius Carter. So therefore, big shout out. It really what it comes down to, man, is all the companies and the shout out to the promoters and those that are behind the scenes that are doing business the right way. You do have some companies that it's just you got some people behind the scenes that don't know what they're doing, or they don't care. They don't care about the quality. They don't care about how they're representing themselves when it comes to female talent, male talent, just talent as a whole. So big shout out to all of the companies that are doing things the right way and trying to do business the right way.
Gotcha.
That was a mouth. That was a lot. But I would say Pro Wrestling R, they're on the rise, on the come up. Really good guys there out in Jersey. Pro Wrestling R. Other companies, like you said, Victus, We Are Wrestling, Battle Club. So there are a few I think should get more eyes on them, more attention than they do get. But just a matter of time. You know what I mean?
Definitely. We're gonna bring this to a close. So while we got you up, Mr. Markey, plugs, handles, any shows coming up, please. Floor is yours.
Yes, I will be in Florida this weekend. Well, for Saturday, about to be on that flight in the morning. Other than that, you can catch me at I'm not a pro wrestling manager right now. We're suspended because we have to put hands on somebody. But other than that, Black Wrestle Fest 2 is coming upon us June 17th. That will be in Brooklyn. Battle Club Jabba Slam 3 is coming to us shortly. Other than that, I'm just be in the gym, clanging and banging. That's about it. You can follow me on IG. There it is at the Marcus Marquis. Twitter is the same thing with the Marcus Marquis with a uppercase M, and a uppercase Q. I'm a little different. Also follow us on IG at prolific_BQE. And over there, you can follow my TikTok. I have no really real videos up there. About to be a lot up there, but TikTok with Marcus Marquis.
Brother man, thank you so much. We love you. And talk to you soon, man.
Yes, sir.
And Rev, please.
Yes, sir. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff at the Rev Ron Hunt. You can find it below on your screen at the Rev _ Ron Hunt on Instagram, TikTok, the Rev Ron Hunt, all that fun stuff. You can also catch the podcast. We do it in Spaces Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at 7:30 a.m. We will be eventually going to video. We will be going to video. So bringing that bad boy together. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to drop a little pipe bomb right now. This person does not know it, but Kyle will be our video producer for that. There you go.
What?
You
That's
live
crazy.
on your show for the 100th episode. So
appreciate you.
Thank you, man. I recognize hard work. I want to continue to build your resume, man, and get you out there, man. So you definitely earned that. But so you can't say no. That wasn't a question. That was a statement. So other than that, you can find all the other fun stuff, Pro Wrestling Tees. You can find all the stuff there, the Rev Ron Hunt. Big shows that we have coming up this coming Saturday, Prospect Pro Wrestling. I will be wrestling with my man Joshua Kavad. He's one of my tag partners. We're going to be doing our thing out there with the culmination. We got Jason Gorey, Remy LeVay, Philip Archer. Big company that's going to be doing some humongous things. And then the following week, we do have a couple of good things that's happening. Eclipse Pro Wrestling, where I have that beautiful gold title right there. I will be doing a match there, and then the following we just gonna keep it going. But if you need any other questions, I do post all of my matches that are coming up on all social media. Make sure to follow me, and I'll be in a state or a city near you.
Hey Ron, appreciate you, brother. We love you.
Much love to y'all
for the opportunity. I appreciate you. And
absolutely. Hey, congrats once again, boys.
Thank you.
Right, I'll see you in Domino's.
Thank you.
I'll see you in Domino's. Oh man, wow, wasn't expecting that one. But look, man, this just goes to show what this podcast has done. Guys, any last words before we sign off?
It's been a hell of a ride, doing this podcast with you guys. This really is a labor of love. I can't say much more than that. I'm blessed to have a topic that I can talk about so consistently with three guys that I actually like. That's always a plus. That's a blessing, right? But the fact that we made it to 100 really, shows how much time flies. Shows like how mind-boggling it is that we've made it so far. We've made so many connections along the way. And just how many different hairstyles I've had over those 100 episodes.
Yeah, man.
Cut your hair, regrow your hair. Now you twisting it.
Cut it again. You got to twist it again. Mohawk.
Moved, got glasses. You done.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I moved.
New job. Like, a lot happened.
It's not always the location. That's right.
There's always something fleeting, and with this journey, there's been a lot. Obviously we started this out during the pandemic. We powered even through when being locked up. Tried going to the studio, going back to being somewhat post-pandemic, and even getting over to here. There was a lot of highs, there was a lot of lows, there was even leading up to death. But I guess even with death, you could take solace with there's some type of blessing or some type of peace with that. There's nothing more that can really be said. I would say that even doing this, even getting up to 100 episodes, there's a lot of times where I wouldn't think that I would have been here physically, but I'm still here, and I'm still powering through. I'm grateful to do this show with the three of you. It's always been a fun. It's a hell of a ride. It was the best we do the best that we can. I think it is. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say. I guess you want to say here's to more future episodes, but even now, not sure. Don't know. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. If anything, today even showed that nothing is ever promised. It's probably even going to be quiet for a while. So, but I would say, to all of us, that it's always thank you guys for sticking through, and I'm powering through it. And I'll say thank you everyone for always tuning in and always watching us, and always just to hear us talk shit, even if we don't always want to sit here and talk shit about wrestling. just thank y'all just for even listening. That's as best as I can put it. I can throw it. That's it. I don't have anything more.
Short and sweet. Thank you guys for making the opportunity as best and as big as possible as we have made it through 100 episodes. To our next milestone. Things don't get easier, but we prop each other up and we push each other, further and further to, higher heights. So cheers to 100 and cheers to all of us. Muted.
My bad. I was trying to be respectful. Janelle, Marcus, Kofi, Marvin Freud, Maddie, Joe Kim, Randy and Big E, Rodney, the whole Behind the Barricade gang, Chris Talafero, Mr. Darius Carter, Tiff, Court, Jay, Anna, Tone, all the other podcasts that have supported us. Everybody that's ever watched an episode, anybody who's ever commented, family, friends, thank everybody. Thank all of you. You can spend your time with anybody else, but you decide to spend it with us, and we appreciate that. And that's some real shit. So thank you guys so much. 100 episodes, up, down, left, right, no matter what, we got this. Here's to just having fun and growing and becoming better people. All right, so gentlemen, on the 100th episode, can I not mess this up? Let's do what we do.
And you already did mess it up, but it's okay.
Damn it!
I'll go instead. You already know that you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Forever Thiefin. You know it's your boy QS. Again, just thank you. Thank you for just even being here. Thank you for listening. For those that know, they already know. You're not going to get as much energy from me at this point now. It's just, I say thank you all for allowing me to power through and just be here and just take it all in. And I just hope to see you all again. To 100 more.
Sorry.
Oh my God. No. All right. I'll say something. Thank you for all those watching. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for growing with us. We appreciate every single view, every single comment, every single like, share, subscribe that we've gotten to this podcast. 100 episodes. Like every time I say it to myself, it's like, wow, 100 episodes. But thank you for everybody who supported this podcast endeavor, and thank you to those who continue to support it. We wish to be here for many more episodes. I can't say thank you enough. All right, also down there.
Well, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch are all the same. YouTube is StrykerDragoon 131. We'll be streaming some Marvel Snap this weekend, and that's about it. See you guys for the next episode.
First off, thank you for all the guests today. Thank you guys for helping me surprise my brothers on this special episode. I appreciate all of you. Ruthless Lala, Marcus Marquis, the Reverend Ron Hunt, Maddie, aka Top Rope Squishy, Rodney, and Mr. Black. Love you guys. And for me, King Marvel, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Marvel87. Also, you can follow the other show that I'm a part of. That's with one of the guests that was on the show today, Mr. Rodney Harris, which is a different angle. You can find that on Instagram and Twitter at 88pod2023. Episode comes out every Friday, 5 p.m. on prn.live. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all that, share, do all that good stuff. Just know that you can also follow the Four Corners of Commentary on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at The Council of Commentary, TikTok at Council of Commentary, Twitter at CO Commentary. And please remember that you can follow all of your, or well, all of us on some of your favorite streaming platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, and iHeartRadio. Gentlemen, thank you. I love you. We are your Four Corners of Commentary. Boop, boop. And we out. Peace.